Will you be one of the winners? Find out by making your picks this football season. In total, they're going to be giving away $2 million. That's a real number, $2 million just to people who are making picks. Try it out today by downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. You must be 18 or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ncpgambling.org.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Good morning, huh? Good morning, you tell me? What's so good about it? Rise and shine, Googans. Go time on a Monday morning. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorceMenOnly.com. Feel like you need a separation from your betrothed? Wow. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Yeah, we're reading too much. We're reading too much. I thought you guys were insulated down there. I thought you're a good football team. Top 5 offense. I got a lot to get to this morning. Come on now. Come on. Anytime you encourage 40, 50, 60,000 people from your community to come down and support you, maybe don't throw up on their passenger side. Come on now. What are we doing? What kind of effort is that? What kind of execution is that? That's a team you beat 31-3 last year. Yeah, we got way ahead of ourselves, didn't we? I'm sorry. I failed you, 6 o'clockers. I failed you, Guggen Nation. I did. I didn't just drink the Kool-Aid. I stirred it in and poured it out for you.
Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh, yeah. Kool-Aid here.
Yeah.
Bringing you fun.
Bring me some fun with that Kool-Aid. Everybody, what flavor you want? You want some AFC Championship Kool-Aid? Come on in, kids. Let Uncle Jeff tell you a story about a great NFL team with a generational quarterback and a Super Bowl winning coach. Kool-Aid, oh yeah. Yeah, I drink it until I'm sick to my stomach. Admittedly. That's atrocious what just happened down there yesterday. It's inexcusable. You had that game the week before. Yet if you'd have beaten Kansas City and lost yesterday and come out flat, it'd been one thing. You were flat last week, boys. Hey, Calvin Ridley, do you need LASIK, my man? What is going on with Calvin Ridley, gang? Him? No. No. Calvin Ridley played like an elite receiver for a half so far. We're 3 games in. And you could argue for a game and a half of those 3. It may as well be Mike Sims-Walker, with all due respect, running around out there. Hey, Calvin Ridley, I don't know if you need specs. I don't know if you got vertigo. I don't know if we need LASIK or contact lenses or to drink less caffeine in the morning. We got to catch some of these balls, my friend. We got to catch some of these balls. So many places I can go. It is now a fool's folly to hang on to the notion that we didn't absolutely obliterate the number 1 pick a year ago. We took the number 1 pick, we walked to the top of the Dames Point Bridge, and we threw it into the depths of the St. John's. We wasted the number 1 pick in the draft. Wasted it. For a talent that could have been gotten in round 2 or 3. Maybe not this specific name attached to it, but whoever would have gotten sucked in to the Trayvon Walker hype would have blown their first-round pick a year ago. That pick is cash toast. The Texans had allowed 11 sacks in 2 games before yesterday. We barely breathed on C.J. Stroud, who somehow, some way, was better than our guy yesterday. Although our guy gets no help. The offensive line is atrocious. It is a hot dumpster fire of soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. A joke. Our pressure on the quarterback. A ever-loving joke. That's the Houston, Texas winless with a rookie coach and a rookie quarterback. What happened yesterday, I don't know what to tell you. My stomach too nauseous from the Kool-Aid. I didn't just drink it. I didn't just sip it. I got out a big old pitcher, and I filled it full of water for you, and I dumped in the Kool-Aid day after day after day.
Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh yeah, Kool-Aid's here, bringing you fun. Kool-Aid's got.
You guys want some of my new teal blueberry flavor? Hey, Kool-Aid, you're a liar! Drink it up, Googans. It won't hurt you. It's delicious. Got breakfast with Pacelli today. There's so much to get into here and unpacked. I can't make my mind up on our guy. And I need some help in how he's playing. I mean, I look at it from this standpoint. E.T., good morning, by the way, my brother. I know your weekend was sullied by yesterday's performance just as mine was.
What they do, Dan? Or Jeffrey?
Yeah,
look.
I hear you. I hear you. I feel like they say hike, and our offensive line lays down in the fetal position and throws its arms and legs around like cockroaches that just got hit by raid, and Trevor has no time to ever dig his foot in and make a play. As soon as the word go, somebody on that line is messing up. And they've allowed to, and it leads to this guy leaning and stretching and trying to help his incompetent brother in arms. Our O-line is gross.
Whirly bird.
It is exactly what they said it was. A weakness, a liability. And it's led, and look, I may not be right. I may be just serving up a little Trevor-flavored Kool-Aid. Maybe I don't want to, but man, I see Calvin Ridley get open on a long play to the goal line. I see my quarterback put it perfectly in place. I don't mean a good throw. I mean perfect. He couldn't have walked 48 yards down the field and handed number 0 the ball any more perfectly. You got to catch the ball, bro. You got to you're supposed to be elite. Every other play, Calvin Ridley's running around, half not knowing where he is. He false started twice. He dropped another couple of passes. Come on, my man. What in hockey sticks are you doing? He catches. It's a simple play. It's just amazing how the sport can work, how sport can work in general. It's just one simple play early in the game. It's a 7-0 lead if you hit it. The whole game could change. Who knows? Maybe we would have swiped C.J. Stroud on the jersey at least one time before it was over, rather than allow a team that had given up 11 sacks in 2 weeks to send their quarterback home like his uniform hadn't even been worn. So between Trevor just getting pushed off his spot is, from the word go to his alleged, and I do mean alleged, alpha dog receiver. I don't know what kind of slump Calvin Ridley's in. I don't know if he's not getting enough sleep. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he best get it figured out because we're treating you like you're Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill, and you're playing like you're Cecil Shorts. I would imagine that the evaluators and the graders of the different units of the football would tell you Travis Etienne played like a war hero yesterday. To get 140 total yards behind that mass and mess of humanity that call themselves the offensive line, it must be a doggone miracle for him to accumulate those kind of yards. But at the end of the day, no matter how the line plays, no matter how the passes are dropped, if you're a stud quarterback, if you're a difference maker, if you're the alpha dog, you overcome it anyway because it's the stinking, rotten, winless Houston Texans. You are on your home field, and somehow, some way, we got a football team that has so quickly gotten entitled that they just don't feel like it's theirs. We win. We were a laughing stock yesterday. We were a laughing stock. We let the heaviest man in NFL history score on a kick return. I watched a dude run a 5.040, 75 yards, while our guys jumped at him like they were Pop Warner football players. I'm just at wit's end, man. Just full up nauseous with Kool-Aid. The actual sustenance that a football team, a real winning team, would provide its fan base, that's gone here. We're no better or different than we were a year ago. It's time to pour the Kool-Aid out, and let's deal with facts. Water and milk, no flavoring. Let's just deal with what's in front of us. And what's in front of us right now is the same team we had a year ago, a 500 or so ball club that's capable of getting hot and being good teams, but you just can't trust them, can you? Doug Peterson, can you explain how a football team with legitimate Super Bowl aspirations when the season began, a football team that perhaps fooled itself into believing it was more than it was by last year's late season success?
That might be a question for those guys. I don't feel that, but I feel like this is the NFL, and if you've got to be ready to play every single Sunday or Monday or Sunday night or Thursday night, whatever's on your schedule. You don't take anybody for granted. I don't care who's playing, who's not playing. This is the NFL, and everybody's good. You've got to be in the right frame of mind, every Sunday when the ball's, teed up and kicked off. And today just is not – it's not a reflection of really who we are. But again, we've got 7 days to listen to the criticism, which is rightfully so. We got to take it. We got to take accountability for it. We got to block out the noise and figure out how to win.
Well, with that being said, I will just say this as the Jags now try and rebound from 1-2. I'll look back, try and take a calmer, bigger picture view of just where we are. So I would say this to the Jags, now sitting at 1-2 with back-to-back games against Atlanta and Buffalo. I would just say, get out of here! Get on the plane! Get in the air! You stink! You're assaulting my senses and sensibilities with your Get the hell out of here! Just go on! Go on over there to London, prance around the old country like you're something, and let's see if we can't beat the Atlanta Falcons, because something tells me that is far from a sure thing. Just get on the buses, get to the airplane, get on the tarmac, taxi your A down to the end of runway 4, and get the hell out of here. Just go on. It's a Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorceMenOnly.com, 641-1010. That's our phone number. That's a text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. going through some of the content there. That's fun. Meanwhile, take the Kool-Aid, go in your pantry or your cabinet. I don't know, maybe your wife has a pretty little cookie container shaped like a pig made out of ceramic. You know the one I'm talking about. Take the head off of that bad boy and get rid of all those Kool-Aid packets, and let's deal with some cold, hard reality. That big, frothy glass you're looking at and you're about to take a big swig, that's vinegar, my brother. That's vinegar.
Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh yeah, Kool-Aid's here, bringing you fun. Kool-Aid's got thirst on the run.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hear ye, hear ye.
London is calling. It's the return to legendary Wembley Stadium.
Welcome to Camelot.
A chance to make history in a house of historical performances.
It's quite unbelievable.
It's the London Special.
I wouldn't miss that for the world. Should be smashing good fun.
Jaguars and Falcons. Live in London. Sunday morning at 9:30 on 1010XL.
It's my radio.
Home of the Jaguars.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey everyone, it's football season and we wanted to go to the drawing board to make this year's predictions. Let's compare our two long-haired blonde all-stars. Most touchdowns, best pricing in the market, most passing yards, pays the most for your trade, most receptions, free oil changes with every purchase, Super Bowl champion, wow, customer service. I think we can make all this happen. Come see Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, where you can score big all season long.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at jaguars.com/shadows. One winner a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase to enter or win, must be 18 or older and a legal resident of Florida or Georgia. Promotion period 9/5/23 through 12/15/23. For official rules and complete details, visit jaguars.com. Sponsored by Jacksonville Jaguars, LLC.
Whether you are looking for a job or an employer trying to hire, there's only one stop in Jacksonville, Remedy Staffing. Labor trends keep us guessing. As employers, the job market has been strong. So what does that mean for workers' availability? If you're interested in the workforce solutions or how the Remedy team can help you, call or text Crystal at 904-329-9802. 329-9802, Remedy Staffing.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
If you are a fan of the U, listen for the Performance Painting Hurricane Report.
I'm JJ LaSalva, and I bring you news and notes you need to know from Miami every week on the Hurricane Report.
On 1010XL, Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Yo. It's your main man, E.T. And if you're a veteran or a rookie, you can bet with MyBookie. We're in full swing right now for football season, so check the updated lines at MyBookie.com and get your bets in to win straight cash, homie. Make sure you take advantage of the brand new cash out system, giving you more options to bet and win all season long. First 2 legs of your parlay hit, cash out early and use the bread on another bet. Or let that thing ride out for a chance at a bigger bag. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. This is the best time of the year to get in on the action. So start the football season right now as a winner. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for a free account. Just use promo code 1010XL to grab that welcome bonus on the house. Again, that promo code is 1010XL.com to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, get you a free trip to use at the MyBookie Casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Hey, college students, this one's for you. With the new Jaguars College Pass, you can get exclusive ticketing offers all season long, from discounts to great last-minute deals. To join, simply sign up with your .edu email address. Registration is free, and you only pay for the offers you accept. So it's the perfect way to save and spend your Sundays at the bank. To join the Jaguars for the best games and biggest plays, visit jaguars.com/college pass today.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Channeling our Jim Mora to properly summarize what happened. You don't get them back, man. Thanks a lot, Jags. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for inviting us down to the stadium and just, like, passing gas on us. Appreciate you. Nice effort, boys. I know. That paycheck will spend just the same Tuesday when it's in your locker. I get it. Y'all get paid. Who cares, right? Huh? Are we going to be a who cares team now? You got fat and, into a sugar coma on all the Kool-Aid y'all drank. Y'all pitiful, man. That's just gross what you did down there. And there are some of the offenders are worse than others, okay? We're not paying, Calvin Ridley more than a bag of beans at this point, and if you get in or out of another contract with him, it'll be at the Jaguars' discretion. The guy running around the last 2 weeks is no better than Zay Jones, and maybe not as good. It's just unacceptable. The dude dropped 3 passes yesterday, including what would have been a total tone setter. This isn't on Trevor, gang. I know you want his numbers to look like those great quarterbacks. Our offensive line, we got to get down to cases with Breakfast with Pacelli today. I want to know just how bad it is. Is this the worst offensive line in Jaguars history? Yeah, I'm not perfectly in tune with the playbook. I don't know when Trevor's supposed to be rolling, when he's supposed to be moving, what exactly constitutes the ideal play. But it sure seems like it's hut, hike, get off your spot, roll out left or right, hope somebody gets open, which, yesterday – the Texans are playing without their whole team. But never mind Calvin Ridley and his slump. I'd like to revert back to hoping we're going to get what we saw in the first half at Indy, right? The defensive line and the lack of pass rush and the fact that Trent Baalke and these guys went every day, we told them, sometimes you just know more than the smart guys. Sometimes you do. Every fan and media member within 100 miles of Duval County knew we needed to upgrade that D-line. We knew it. And I don't mean with a couple of rookies that have not even, been noticeable if you followed them on the field. We needed to go get a couple of those veterans on the D-line. We needed to get a pass rusher that could get 10 sacks. No, you sold us Trayvon. How much better he was. How much he'll improve, how, quote, sacks aren't everything. Meanwhile, Aiden Hutchinson in a 20-6 win for Detroit yesterday. 2 sacks, including a sack strip fumble recovery. 2 of them against, by the way, one of the best offensive lines in football, the Atlanta Falcons. At least they had been the first couple of weeks. Meanwhile, we are going up against a Texans line that was without 4 that already constituted the worst in the league, or one of them with 11 sacks in 2 games. And we can't get to the quarterback. I'm not letting Josh Allen off the hook either. I mean, we're just kind of used to his slightly better than average play. Trayvon Walker put his hands in the ground, went against an inferior opponent all Sunday afternoon, and didn't do a damn thing all day. All day. At a position of real weakness for us as a football team. But I get the concern with Trevor, quote unquote. I'm just telling y'all, you can't compare. I'm looking around the league yesterday, and this is what you want to see out of Trevor, right? 23 of 26, 309 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. You know who that is? 23 of 26, 309, 4 touchdowns, no picks. That's Tua's afternoon yesterday in Miami. 40 of 47, 405 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. You know who that is?
Dang.
40 of 47. 405, 3 touchdowns, no picks. That's Justin Herbert yesterday for the Chargers in Minnesota. What about 27 of 33, 290, 2 touchdowns, no picks? That's Deshaun Watson yesterday at home against the Titans. Trevor's 27 of 40, threw a touchdown, threw a bad pick. But, man, this football team that he plays on just puts him in a terrible spot after terrible spot after terrible spot. We get the ball down in a situation to go for it on 4th and 1. Somebody false starts. And I don't know about y'all, totally rethinking what they're going to do with that offensive line when Cam comes back. One thing's for sure, he's got to go in the lineup somewhere. These guys are atrocious. So Breakfast with Baselli will try and get some good hard truths from the Hall of Famer. Play the position better than any other Jaguar ever has, and better than any of these jokers will ever dream of playing. We got some real serious issues here to build into contention with what we thought was a top 5 offense. Again, obviously that was just a Kool-Aid buzz, right? We put in 2 packs when it was only recommended 1. It was that sugary sweet for us this offseason. And again, you came to JP's Kool-Aid stand. I set it up right out here on Hogan Road. I had one of those big beach tents. I had a long table, and I had 4 different flavors of Kool-Aid. I said, come on by, stop by.
You were passing it out?
Just come on, man. Stop by. Every cup that I gave out, I slammed one. I was so full on Kool-Aid going into this year. I was riding a sugar high that I couldn't come down from until I did. And I do it sitting in that stadium watching this atrocious excuse of a football team make you pay to watch that nonsense. We pay to go to those games. Just don't forget that part. It ain't we go down to the park and watch a free show put on by the city council, paying a lot of money, investing a lot of time to make you all feel good, to pump up your egos down there. Your bank accounts are fine. We all come down to clap and cheer for you to make sure you go home happy. And you pass gas on us for a good 3 hours. Just one big gaseous bubble. Maybe it was the Kool-Aid. Something like that. All right, so they're going, they're now going, to London. I say good riddance. Get the heck out of here, man. Last thing in the world I want is you living in the same town as me. Y'all are an embarrassment to yourselves, first and foremost. You absolutely are a hideous embarrassment to yourself. To go out in front of a bunch of people. By the way, this just in, boys, if you're driving in this morning, bad news. They showed your bleep all over the TV yesterday. Bad news, this 260-pound fullback you let go 80 yards, oh, they laughed at y'all. They laughed at you. So if any of us out here in the real world who spend our time and money and influence on y'all, if we can take heart in anything, at least it's this. Know this as you get into your Mercedes or your Beamer or whatever it is you're driving downtown. Understand they are all just laughing at you.
Hernandez kicks it off. The ball's fumbled. The up man tried to pick it up and fumbled it. But now he broke a tackle, and he's into the open field. 25, 30, 35, 40. Along the right sideline, 40 of Jacksonville. 30, still on his feet. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. The up man, Andrew Beck, who is a fullback. He is a fullback, just ran back the kickoff for a touchdown for the Houston Texans. Wow.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
So when I was in the car.
Sir, no booing in the press box. Boo!
I was in the car when I heard that. And I literally thought that was like a streaker or something. Oh, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
They let this 260-pound fullback drop the football at the 15, 20, or 15-yard line, I bet. 20, I don't know. It's all a blur. And they let him lumber. They let him get to the sideline, get the edge. I mean, how many people are on an NFL roster? 53?
Yeah, 53-man roster.
I think the Miami Dolphins have 54 players faster than anyone we got. You look at a real team that's playing good football. Look what the Dolphins are doing in South Florida, huh? More on them in a football fix. I want to get off of this stink bomb of a team that we're saddled with. The road to hurt feelings, the disillusionment. That's all this franchise has dumped on us for 30 freaking years. Just year after year after year, set you up for failure. I'm talking my kids, season ticket holders. Thanks a lot. Can I get my money back, by the way? I was just kidding. I'm just kidding. $100 a seat to sit in the upper deck and watch that? How about a refund, man? That was an unwise choice. Oh, but you know what, E? I got him so make sure that I had tickets when the playoffs came around. Playoffs? Yeah, exactly. So here's Trevor. Again, and I get it. The quarterback gets too much credit, too much blame. Trevor's not played great. His numbers aren't great. But I would have to think that if we sat down in a film room of experts and watched the Jaguars attempt to play football in a reasonably successful fashion with execution and a buttoned-up efficiency, things all apparently they're incapable of. Calvin Ridley, by the way, on the long flight, feel free to pick up the playbook, boss. Feel free to look like you have a freaking clue of where you're supposed to be, man. Every play, Trevor's moving Calvin Ridley every play. You're not jumping off sides. He's running down 30 yards and dropping a pass. You're killing us, my man. But it's not that Trevor is without, blame here. Certainly, you're the quarterback, and you find a way to make a play, even when no one else is. But maybe we just got to stop living in the past, man. This is 2023. The Kool-Aid aside, your 2022 season, your magical run where you look like you were a top 5 team, it's over. You jackass look like you're a bottom 5 team.
Last year's gone. Last year's done. It was a great season. It was a great ending, great run that we went on. But we want to accomplish more. That we feel like there's a lot more for us. And 2, this is a different team. This is a different season. It obviously hasn't started the way we wanted. And I think that's one thing is we can't expect the ball to just bounce our way every game. We can't put ourselves in 17-point holes and expect that we're just going to figure it out, because it's hard in this league, and you're not going to be able to do it every week. And of course that we believe it. In halftime, we're in there 17-0, and we got no doubt we're going to go win this game. We're going to find a way, and we started off good and then ended up obviously not playing well. But it's not feasible to do that every week, and we can't wait until our back's against the wall to make a play. We got to do it from the first play to the last, and we're not doing that. And we need to have more urgency every play and treat every play like it's the play that's going to change the game, because you never know which one it's going to be.
Well, first quarter. First or second drive early, Trevor dropped it perfectly on Calvin Ridley's hands on the goal line. You got to catch the ball, dude. I mean, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You lost the football game because your alpha dog receiver, the guy who said, I am him, 2,000 yards receiving, all the other nonsense, dropped the freaking ball right at the goal line wide open. So there's that. You have 2 top 7 picks playing defensive end, edge rusher for you, and dudes can't beat backup linemen to the quarterback. We barely pressured C.J. Stroud, much less sack him. It leaves me in a dilemma, gang. The sack update is not a fun deal right now. Literally had a conversation yesterday in the press box, I may have to take the buyout. I may just have to go ahead and spin it once tomorrow and not count on these sallies to get us there. I'm going to count on these jokers on that D-line to now get another 30 sacks in 15 games? Can I trust them? I might have to buy out. I'm in a 3-for-1 pickle here, boys. But just so disappointing. You could have got the season back on track yesterday. You didn't. You know, you could argue against the Chiefs. They were a good team that played bad. My argument yesterday after watching them, we're fans of a bad football team. The Houston Texans, winless, came into our place and beat us, man. They beat us. They got to our quarterback. They intercepted our passes. They made big splash plays, not just with lumbering 260-pound kick returns. They got deep 2 or 3 times on us because their second-string linemen held off our first-round draft picks. Yeah. Kool-Aid, oh yeah, boys. We served it up, man. I'm sorry, I didn't drink the Kool-Aid. I set up a Kool-Aid stand out front. I mixed it as sugary, concentrated as you could stand. When you took a sip, it was, it was like the sweet sourness from the gods. You know, it wasn't the gods that we were dealing with. It was the man downstairs because we are a Kool-Aid bloated joke.
Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh yeah, Kool-Aid's here, bringing you fun. Kool-Aid's got thirst on the run.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Florida Gators coming off a 22-7 win over Charlotte at home, in which they did not cover as 28-point favorites. Florida this week, a 3-point underdog at Kentucky, 46 the total at Kroger Field. Florida State with the week off. They return to action October the 7th at home against Virginia Tech. The Seminoles coming off a win over Clemson in overtime. Florida State 8-1 to win the national title. Monday Night Football, Tampa Bay Buccaneers a 5-point underdog to the Philadelphia Eagles at Raymond James Stadium. And the Jacksonville Jaguars this week at Wembley in London against the Falcons. Jaguars the 3-point favorite. 50% off your first month with a promo code WINNER at HOFBets.com. HOFBets.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Bailiff, what's the next case?
Judge, the defendant has been accused of pouring cooking grease down the kitchen sink.
I didn't know where to put it, Your Honor.
See? Guilty!
Who's the plaintiff?
His wife, Your Honor.
Are there damages?
No, Your Honor. I called for help and the drain was fixed.
Who did you call?
For any drain issues, just call the Duck. The pros at Duck Duck Rooter.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Lauren Brooks here for Hodges Mazda. Why buy from Hodges Mazda at the Avenues? Because they strive to ensure a satisfying and comfortable car buying experience. That's why the sales staff doesn't work on commission, allowing them to put your best interest first. Whether you're looking for a brand new Mazda or a pre-owned vehicle, Hodges Mazda has a large selection to help you choose from. And every vehicle purchased from Hodges Mazda comes with 2 years free maintenance and free car washes for life. Now that's peace of mind. So visit them today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com.
You have separation anxiety from your pet for any services, and I mean, maybe it's veterinary care, maybe you're going out of town, you have to board them. Pet Paradise checks all the boxes to put both you and your pet at ease. Location, location, location. They are all over town. There's a Pet Paradise near your neighborhood, but if you are headed out of town, how about the airport service? pet boarding and day camp there, 24-hour pickup and drop-off. They make it easier for you. Inside of any and all Pet Paradise, you're going to find them doing it better than the other imitators. Here's why. Ultra-modern facilities. The best veterinary care with New Day Veterinary. They even have dog training now. Climate-controlled suites, a bone-shaped pool for them to play around in this hot sun. Most importantly, a staff who loves your pet like you do. For the pickiest pet parent, there is only one choice. The one that checks all the boxes. It's Pet Paradise. Find out more for yourself and locations near you at petparadise.com.
Hey guys, this is David Garrard, and I want to tell you about Clearwater Irrigation. They put my new sprinkler system in my new home at Jack's Beach, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, hey, John.
What's up, Dave? You know what this means. You're going to have to sing.
Man, I can't sing.
Then you'll fit right in, buddy. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. Hit it, Dave.
And drainage, too.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Hey, Hicken here. Have you ever had your carpets professionally cleaned only to have them looking dingy again? Well, use the pros at Zero Res. They use patented ZR water that cleans beautifully, and that means there is zero residue left behind. Right now, Zero Res is falling back in time for September. I call it the Game Day Special. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $129, and they clean a 4th room free. That's right, 4th room on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Sports injuries are a common issue for both adults and children. Dr. George Barry here, and as a specialist in orthopedic care, the team at Barry Orthopedics and Sports Medicine here in Jacksonville provides comprehensive diagnosis and treatments of all types of sports injuries. With additional training in sports medicine and more than 30 years of experience, the team is available to care for your entire family and help you have fun and stay active. Visit us today at BarryOrthopedics.com.
And don't forget to check out Breaking Bones Sunday morning, 7:30 on 1010XL.
Legally Blonde is now at the Alhambra Theater for the first time ever, and the ladies from Helmets and Heels will be broadcasting at the Alhambra on Tuesday, October 10th from 6 to 8 p.m. So get the ladies together and get your tickets today at alhambrajacks.com. That's alhambrajacks.com.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here. Look, I've got a Week 4 Awaken 180 weight loss update, and I'm actually shocked to be sharing it with you. In my 4th week, I dropped another 5.6 pounds. Look, I expected fast results Week 1, maybe even Week 2, but to lose 5.6 pounds in Week 4, incredible. It's what my coach told me would happen, but like most of you, when you hear something you think's too good to be true, you need proof. Well, I'm seeing the proof each week, and I hope my results are proof to you. I'm now down 22.6 pounds in only 4 weeks, and everybody is noticing, from coworkers to neighbors, wondering what I'm doing. I tell them Awaken 180 has changed the way I look at weight loss. And on top of that, belts that barely fit me before, I've now notched down to the 5th hole. Guys, ladies, losing weight with Awaken 180 is easy, and the best part, it'll be the last time doing it thanks to free support for life. If you want the same results, choose the solution for weight loss, Awaken 180 Weight Loss, online at awaken180weightloss.com. awaken180weightloss.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling, with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Universal Roofing Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Universal Roofing Contracting. The difference is universal.
Travis Etienne was absolutely sensational for Jacksonville. The 24-year-old running back would record 88 yards on 19 carries and added 50 yards on 4 receptions. Etienne ran circles around the opposing defense and will look to use that blazing speed across the pond. Travis Etienne is your Universal Roofing Contracting Offensive Player of the Game.
Make sure your home is protected this hurricane season by scheduling a complimentary roof inspection with Universal Roofing Contracting. And right now, get 10% off roof replacement and repairs. The first 50 callers will save an additional $500 on a full roof replacement. And this offer expires September 30th, and restrictions apply. Universal Roofing Contracting, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CCC 1330747, CVC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Post Game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff. 1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Hernandez kicks it off. The ball's fumbled. The up man tried to pick it up and fumbled it, but now he broke a tackle, and he's into the open field. 25, 30, 35, 40. Along the right sideline, 40 of Jacksonville. 30, still on his feet. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. The up man, Andrew Beck, who is a fullback. He is a fullback, just ran back the kickoff for a touchdown for the Houston Texans. Wow.
Those types of things are unacceptable. I mean, you know, it was a great kick right where we wanted it to be. Ball was on the ground. Just poor execution. You know, we couldn't get him on the ground. Great play by them, you know. Just failed execution.
Suddenly 1-2. And now proud owners of one of the top 2 or 3 most embarrassing plays in franchise history. So again, I hope all you players, every single one of you let down the entire community yesterday. You made us all sick on Kool-Aid all off season. And so I hope it hurts today. I don't feel like it does. I feel like the people hitting me on the text line are more bothered by this than you are. And maybe it's because you know you have 14 games left and you can get things turned around. And we sitting here on the other side, well, we just think you stink. And that you could care less that you stink, and we'll just sit in the hot sun and pay for it. And y'all can just, go home and sit on a marsh somewhere and, jet off to London, hopefully win a football game. I don't know if I trust you to at 1-2. It's going to get kind of hectic tomorrow. If the evaluators are honest and stop giving us the gas fumes of what we did at the end of last year, we should be somewhere between 20 and 32. We are a below-average football team. Below average. Again, the argument that you were a good football team that played bad against the Chiefs went out the window yesterday. You're a bad football team. You don't execute. You make stupid mistakes. You allow, again, one of the most embarrassing plays in franchise history, that kick return. I guess Derrick Henry forever throwing around our guys like junior high, JV players will be number 1. This has got to be number 2.
And in both situations, they were both all white. We both were all white.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. Yesterday was, and after the Jags got back to 17-10, again, after breaking down, we were terrible. We missed a field goal early. Ridley dropped a touchdown, missed a field goal early, had a field goal blocked. I've seen Mike Hollish and Josh Scobie, when they have to, as the last line of defense, go over and tackle someone. I saw Brandon McManus throw himself on the sideline like an uncoordinated doofus. Not his fault. He kicked a perfect ball. Unbelievable that you let that play happen. And so, I mean, in some ways, it's more embarrassing than the Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry was embarrassing just because of the physical repercussions. The visual of him just throwing our guys around like they weighed 80 pounds. Mm-hmm. But when it just comes to flat-out terribleness, that yesterday is the equivalent of like running it the wrong way in for a touchdown. That was just so pitiful that it's beyond explanation. So I will, with all my years here, and we'll run it by Dan, I've seen every single Jaguar game. I've been here since they were holding operations in trailers while the first stadium was being built. Every single game, from the first one here against the Houston Oilers to yesterday's against the Houston Texans. That was the second most embarrassing play that the team, a bad team, who has been a comedy of errors for most of its existence, that is the worst play in franchise. So the most embarrassing play. I'll go second most just because of Henry and what we were. But that play yesterday was a total indictment on your entire football team from top to bottom. Coaching to players to athleticism to game awareness. Any effort, any category you want to put in as a terrible play. That embarrassment yesterday, letting a 260-pound fullback go 85, whatever it was. I blocked it out of my brain. 80 yards, 85. It was down 10, 15-yard line where he fumbled it felt like. And you let this guy run a 5.0 40 all the way into the end zone. And by the way, Thanks a lot. Last I checked, now, during a football play, they allow 11 players on the field. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I saw like 3 trying to chase that guy down. I don't know if the others sat down, played patty cake, may have had a little tea party back at the 35-yard line. Boo! All right, the band, we got a football fix. Let's get to some of the good stories. Man, those Miami Dolphins are for real now. They laughed at me when I put Tua up in that Mahomes category 2 weeks ago.
They laughed at you.
I'm not saying that he's Mahomes. I'm not. Guess who's going to be the MVP if he stays healthy? Tua Tagovailoa is going to be the MVP.
Yeah.
Guess who's better than Trevor? Tua's better than Trevor. He's more injury prone. He may not have been from the word go.
That's right.
Tua right now,
through
3 games, is the best quarterback in the NFL.
Games? Yes, he is.
That's with no Jalen Waddle. They scored 70 yesterday.
They were just having fun out there.
I don't know. When was this Devin A-Chain drafted?
I don't even know.
Look him up. We drafted a guy in round 3, so I'm just curious. I think he's a second rounder. A-Chain was what? Was he Texas A&M maybe? The dude went for 4 touchdowns yesterday, ran for 200 yards because, oh, by the way, it's the first time he really played this year. Raheem Mostert, 4 touchdowns. The Dolphins scored 70 points. They could have kicked a field goal at the end of the game. They were deep in Denver territory and set the all-time record for scoring in an NFL game.
Yes, you are correct. Texas A&M, and he was drafted in 3rd round, 2023 draft.
What? So 3rd round,
84 overall.
So that would have been a before tank, I'm guessing, because we were better than the Dolphins last year. Or is that just another guy that we passed on? That super Trent Baalke over there again. The Trayvon Walker is going to take years to dig out of this disaster. Years. That'll set us back a year. We have no pass rush. We have no offensive line.
Tank went 88. He went 84.
So he went before Tank.
Yeah, he went before.
Amazing that I'm sure they would have taken Tank anyway.
Yes, for real.
Attack of the idiot coaches yesterday. Coaches are idiots, man. I'm not even talking about our collection of them. Whatever. The results tell you what they are. They're 1-2. And by the way, now trail the Colts in the division. Shoe got a win in Baltimore yesterday. The Colts are 2-1. Baltimore loses to Indy at home. That's inexplicable, much like the Jags. The Cowboys lost to the Cardinals straight up. That it happens in the NFL, but when it happens to you, you don't take much comfort in that. But attack of the idiot coaches, man. Josh McDaniels trails by 8 points. They got the ball down inside the 20 on 4th and 6. He kicks a field goal. The same argument I used last week when the Jags kicked. I would go for it because here's what happens if look, they made the field goal, but it doesn't matter. Then you get the ball, the Steelers do, out to the 30, 40-yard line on the return. If you go for it down there, down 8, and you miss, you've got them, pinned in, backed up. Just makes no sense. And this guy, Brandon Staley, I swear the analytics department is against football coaches. I do. I think it's a bunch of nerds from high school that remember getting swirlied in the PE bathroom. They got wedgies their whole life, and they were hell-bent and determined to form their own little club where they would ruin sports. Because any egghead that tells you with a 4-point lead that you should go for it 4th and 1 on your own 24-yard line is trying to sabotage you. But no, 89% that this is play. Meanwhile, punting, 81%. Yeah, let's save the 8% and do the more. Who goes for it at their own 24-yard? You know what they used to call that back in the day? 4th and dumb. That's literally a thing. The 0-3 Bears are awful. I guess it could be worse than blowing the number 1 overall pick on a defensive end. That's what the Jags have done with Trayvon Walker. It's even worse to blow a quarterback pick, and then you double down on him. And Justin Fields is just horrible. He's just. You watch a couple guys yesterday, and man, you wonder. And meanwhile, the C.J. Stroud, he's just under the radar, wasn't he? There's so much more attention on Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson. C.J. Stroud was better than Trevor Lawrence yesterday here on the road in a win. Most underrated player in the league. I've determined his career can end with his title. Keenan Allen. He has never been put up there in that elite top 3 receiver. And just year after year after year he produces. My man had 18 catches for 200-plus yards yesterday. He also threw a touchdown pass, oh, by the way. And the Vikings are 0-3. The chance of making the playoffs at 0-3, literally 1 out of 99. That's like most recently. 99, 1 made it. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Hick and Arrival, more come your way next. Breakfast with Pacelli and some splaining to do. A week ago, we were a good football team that played bad. we sit here this morning, Monday, September 25th, with a new realization, at least right now. We're a bad football team. We're bad. We lose to winless teams with rookie coaches and quarterbacks, and by the way, get blistered by them in the process. There's no way to sugarcoat and sweeten this up. We stink. So good luck getting one of two. Best case scenario going to London is getting one of two, coming back with your tail between your legs at 2-3, and perhaps no longer even being the favorite in your own division. So have fun with that on the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Yo, it's your boy E.T., and I'm back at it again with my instant reactions brought to you by none other than Brackish Vodka. Be sure to check them out on all social platforms. You never know what I'm going to do or say. That's E.T.'s Instant Reactions, powered by Brackish Vodka. Come on, somebody.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba, Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Taylor Dahl here for Renewal by Anderson. Are you ready to upgrade your home? Experience the winning combination of style and performance. For a limited time, buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. Offer expires September 30th. Restrictions apply. Renewal by Anderson, proud to be the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Picture walking through your home and feeling the natural elegance that only hardwood can provide. I'm Shane with Renew Solutions, and for replacing or refinishing wood floors, I've got you covered. Visit renewjacksfloors.com.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Right now, Zero Res is falling back in time for September. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129, and they'll clean a 4th room for free. Their 4th room on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, I did the plumbing for that. That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing summer specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit BeechurstPlumbing.com. BETROS Plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Hey sports fans, it's Hayes Carline for QC Kinetics. The future of joint pain relief is here. It's QC Kinetics, advanced regenerative medicine. This is amazing stuff. If you've been told more steroids or surgery are your only options, don't be so fast. Get a second opinion and learn more about how you can harness your body's own healing agents to attack that joint pain. You've got to go see QC Kinetics. You can call to set up a free consultation at Mandarin or Ponte Vedra locations at 904-274-5522. Again, 274-5522. Imagine living your life this fall with no more pain in your knees, your hips, shoulders, back, with no drugs, no downtime, and no surgery. Look, life is about motion, and QC Kinetics is giving people their lives back with these all-natural treatments. Again, give them a call. 904-274-5522. That's QC Kinetics.
Yeah, it's your main man, player partner E.T. here. And if you're a veteran or a rookie, you can bet with MyBookie. We're in full swing now for football, so check out the updated lines at MyBookie.com and get your bets in to win straight cash, homie. The first 2 legs of your parlay hit? Cash out early and use the funds on another bet, or let that thing ride out at a chance to a bigger bag. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. This is the best time of the year to get in. So get your bets in and start football season off as a winner. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for a free account. When you're ready to make that first deposit, just use promo code 1010XL to grab that welcome bonus on the house. That promo code again is 1010XL to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, get you a free chip in the MyBookie casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Southern Oak Insurance. As expected, the Gators smacked UNC Charlotte to gain the victory. However, everyone, including the head coach, was talking Pearsall's catch that has gone viral.
How about that catch, huh? Ricky Pearsall, I'm telling you right now, this guy's a very underrated player.
The Noles squeezed out a tough one against Clemson. QB Jordan Travis says the lack of respect cost Clemson.
I feel like we were disrespected all day. I mean, when you put one-on-one against Johnny Wilson and Keon Coleman, I feel like you have no respect for either the receivers or the quarterback.
The big news out of the NFL came from Miami on Sunday as the Dolphins set scoring records not seen since 1966 in their thumping of the Denver Broncos. Dolphin QB Tua Tagovailoa says they just put the pedal to the metal.
No one took their foot off the gas. Everyone continued to play.
That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:04 and it's 68 degrees. Your time and your tip is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You know it.
I've come to talk with you again.
You know it.
Because a vision softly creeping.
It's happening again.
Left its seeds while I was sleeping.
It's happening again.
And the vision that was
Wake me up from this nightmare, people.
Still remains.
Are you kidding me?
Within the sound.
E.
Yep.
I love you. I really do.
Uh-oh.
But
Uh-huh.
I can't tell you how many times in the last 6 months I've come in here with a number or a stat or a thought, and you would turn at me and you would say,
Don't
you
come in
bring
here
the
with that negativity.
This is why! This is why, E! Because I've seen it over and over and over! Let me tell you what goes on in Houston, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you people what they do in May. Good morning, Jeff.
Hello, sir.
When the schedule is handed to them, okay? They hand them the schedule, Emmanuel. And the Houston Texans organization that has included people like the Wizard and people like Dom Capers and J.J. Watt and the Savage Beast. Now it's been passed through generation to generation, and now it's DeMeco Ryans and C.J. Stroud. They look at the schedule. And they look at their 15-game schedule. They don't have a 17-game schedule, guys. They have a 15-game schedule.
You know why?
2 layups.
Because they have 2 layups.
Stat
Because how about this? The Texans' record before they play the Jaguars first time in 2019, they hadn't had a win. W. In 2020, they hadn't had a win. W. In 2021, we'll just open the season with them. W. In 2022, we're 0-3-1. No worries. W. In 2023, we're 0-2. W. For the last 5 years, the Houston Texans have no worries once they come to Jacksonville.
At least they know they're going to get a win.
It is the most, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, but it's the most stunning loss in franchise history.
It's up there.
What just happened?
That was pitiful.
And every single one of them is to blame. Every single player, coach, part of the organization. I mean, I don't know what to say. I watched this game, 3 and out. Okay, Jags ball right down the field. There's a touchdown to Calvin.
Calvin needs LASIK, or he's got vertigo, or maybe he drinks too much caffeine. Something. His eyes are bouncing around his head. He can't catch.
So we've watched 3 games with this guy who everybody told me, including him.
Are you talking about him?
Including him. He's him. I'm him, he told me.
He did.
2,000 yards, he told me.
He referenced. Can't catch cold.
3 games. And if you blinked an eye during the first half of the opener, he hadn't done a damn thing.
A lot of drops.
The other guy, 13, must feel his manhood threatened because he's had 1 game, and the other 2 he's been invisible.
Well, yesterday at the end he got.
Well, at the end when it doesn't matter, whoop-de-freaking-do.
Well, he scored to make it 27-17, but we refused to do anything about it.
The offensive line, don't even start with those guys.
They're the worst in history.
What do they do?
Yeah. Here's what I'm glad.
What do they do?
Hick, here's the low-hanging fruit. I'm disappointed in you. I'm not going to lie. This is your drop the ball moment, okay? Your biggest complaint about the end of the roster cut downs, it was laughably ironic yesterday. Why do we keep guys like Chason and Tim Jones and Dewey? Why do we do it, E.T.? Special teams. Got to keep those special teams guys. Yeah. Oh, you mean the guys that can't chase down a 260-pound, 5'2", 40 guy?
It's important. They all told me I'm an idiot. All y'all told me I'm an idiot.
Don't keep an extra player. And whatever you do, Balky, don't be as smart as your entire fan base and actually go get a veteran pass rusher. You just sit on your laurels and that number 1 pick that you absolutely blew. We have the potential.
I went back to the office yesterday, and I flipped on the television. The games are on. I'm watching Carolina, Seattle. I had a little action on that one. I don't know if you know that or not.
I was aware.
And I look up at the screen. I mean, like the football gods, little G, whispered in my ear. They said, hey, Danny, look up at the screen right now because it's behind me. So I wheel around just to catch some of the action. And I look up, and there's number 50 bearing in on Geno Smith. You know what his last name said on the back of his jersey? Houston. Interesting. What a play by Justin Houston.
No, our guy just sat there while all these guys went off the board.
Here's our guy. What am I doing, Pros? What are these, E? Here. What are these?
Those are hands.
Okay, where are they now?
I'm sitting on them.
What are they now? Leonard Floyd? Nah. Frank Clark? Justin Houston? Nope. You know who we send out there because it's hot outside and we can't play 60 snaps a game? We trot out there Kayla Von Chason. What am I doing now, E?
Waving your hands.
Like I'm running through sand.
Jazz hands.
I'm running through sand, E.
Throw your hands in the air.
And we send out another guy who I'm not sure has showed up yet in the stat book.
But when he got a sack in the preseason,
Ledbetter?
they all told me, no.
The young
Blackson?
boy. 56.
No.
56.
Abdullah?
Abdullah.
They
Lacey's
all
playing a
told
lot,
me when
too.
he got a sack in the preseason. Danny. Oh, Danny. Watch the preseason. Watch this kid. He's got moves. What's that song say? He's got moves like
Mick Jagger.
Yeah, that's what he plays like an 80-year-old.
Moves like Jagger.
That's what he's got moves like. I mean, that's who we trot out, peeps. So the Houston Texans took your Uncle Fred, who's been a truck driver for the last, 12 years, but he's a big man. He's 6'5", and he's 300. And they called Uncle Fred, and they said, hey, Freddie, how'd you like to play in an NFL game this week? We need you to start in the heat against the Jags. But the good news is, A, we always beat the Jags. B, they can't sack groceries, let alone a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And C, you'll get the winner's check.
No, and I think it's fair.
And Uncle Freddie said, sure, I'll sign up.
Yeah.
And then guess what?
Mm-hmm.
They said, hey, Freddie, do you have any friends? And Freddie said, who are large people? And Freddie said, well, I know I know Tyrone. Tyrone works with me. He's like 6'6", 320. Well, can you bring him too? Because we don't have any offensive linemen. They're all hurt. So Tyrone and Freddie came, and they blocked our top 10 picks all day long. All dadgum day long, baby.
At the end of the day, we're going to look back, and these morons down there that we entrust our faith in took Trayvon Walker over Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
You can't get away from it. You're not allowed to shade it. This is worse than Chase on at 24.
Yeah.
It's worse.
100%.
The number one pick in the draft, and that smug so-and-so sat down there like he's smarter than everyone else, and he's tanked our franchise.
Killed it.
Hutchinson had 2 yesterday, including a strip sack fumble recovery.
And we have a problem around here.
He doesn't even, sniff the quarterback.
We have a problem around here, Jeff and E, of falling in love with the spot, the money, the name. But the truth of the matter is, you know what? I need to apologize to PFT or PFF or I don't know. Who are the guys who sit there and give me the grades each week, the individual grades?
The ones that told
and
us.
I sit there and say, those guys are idiots. No, Jacksonville, I'm the idiot.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I'm the idiot.
I agree with Dan on that one.
Because in the end, what we got are a bunch of names, but they don't play the game with passion. They don't play the game with fire. They didn't bring squat yesterday. They had nothing for us. Nothing. And we watched, and at DEFCON 5, Ridley drops a ball. They go down and score. DEFCON 4, McManus misses a field goal. McManus gets a field goal blocked. And the Texans score again, and it's 14-0.
Incomplete to
DEFCON 3, we drive the ball at the end of the half. Let's just get a touchdown here and a touchdown to start the second half, and we're right back in the game, and Agnew fumbles. And it's halftime, and it's 17-0. And I looked over to my guy, and I told him, this team, and Trevor said it after the game. God bless you, Trevor. You got to play better, too. We'll get to him in a minute. He said, how many times did I say, we never are going to do what we did last year again? It was a gift. You don't come back from 17 and then, but not this team. This team said, we'll just come back. We'll be fine. And then halftime, I'm just typing furiously. It's not about performance now. Just get this W and get out of here. And 17-7 and 17-10. And then we kick it to the fullback. And it's 24-10. But guess what? We come back again, 24-17. And then guess what? We decide to blitz because we can't sack the guy because our first-round picks aren't any good. and they break free with their tank, who's better than our tank, and their tank went after our tank in the draft. Or at least he went after the second-round pick. I don't know where. I was looking yesterday on all these draft mistakes that we have. Our tank, our tight end, our right tackle. And then the rest of them. It's, by the way, it's those three guys who have to contribute and the rest of them. Because what do the rest of them do, E? Do they even dress for the game? You know, the general manager got handed a gift from the gods in Trevor Lawrence, but you got to put people around him.
Trevor didn't listen again. I get it. Everyone wants to be so smart. Trevor's Jay Cutler. Trevor's not generational. Again, y'all are wrong on that. The ball is snapped to Trevor. Every other team's quarterback gets to go on 3 Mississippi. They get to yell blitz and rush him. The guy can't get 1 foot in the ground before he's moving one way or the other.
Listen.
He can't catch the ball that he delivers perfectly. He can't throw a slant that Jamal Agnew just fumbles. Trevor Lawrence wasn't covering the kickoff. With all of that stuff going wrong, he's 27 of 40. He gets no help. His offensive line is a revolving door.
I will say this, and it was the soundbite of the day, and he played the game of the day, and that is Travis Etienne. He came to play yesterday. He put on his helmet and went to work. Thank you, Travis Etienne, who said afterwards, "We're no good." He said point blank, "Yeah, we're no good. You watched it." Thank you. Thank you for your truthfulness. Thank you for your truthfulness.
Travis, who knows how good Travis Etienne really did, Dan? The offensive line is a dumpster fire of incompetence.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Terrible.
They whiff a guy or two whiff every play.
We have a 4th down play. It's 4th and 2, and we got to go for it. We got to go for it. It's 4th and 2, and Dougie P calls a slant. And it's just snap the ball to the quarterback. He turns, he throws, we catch. It's a 1st down. It's a simple play. It really is. What it involves, though, Jeff, is it involves the 5 offensive linemen. All they have to do, E, is stand in front of their guy and maybe whap him in the chest 1 time. Just whap. E, come here. Come here. I'm going to demonstrate. Right on this side. This side. E, here's what the offensive guard has to do. You're a defensive tackle. I'm lined up. It's a pass play. I'm not an X's and O's guy. When he says hike, you're coming. It's 4th and 1. You're going to try, right? And all I got to do is 1 time just whap.
This is boring.
But you know what I do? You know what I do? I do this. I go, oh, I'm sorry. That's a penalty.
Then we had to kick the field goal.
Hands to the, no. Then we punt.
Oh, no. That's even
Hands
worse.
to the face. Why? I'm sorry, Jacksonville. I had to clear my mind. Hands to the face, E. 4th and 1.
One of the many dumb, terrible plays. And
We are
again,
not a smart
I
team.
apologize. I apologize to Google Nation, okay?
Yes.
I didn't just drink the Kool-Aid. Hick.
No.
Okay, I didn't drink it. I didn't
No.
sip it.
No.
I didn't just gulp down the Kool-Aid.
No, you didn't.
No, I went out front here at
Yeah.
Hogan Road, 9117.
Yes, you
I
did.
set up one of those big outdoor tents and a long table, and I put about 5 different big pitchers of Kool-Aid out there, and I invited everybody to come on by. Jeff's serving up teal Kool-Aid. It's delicious. Double D sweet, this Kool-Aid that I gave everyone, and turns out it was just full of arsenic.
And by the way, just the last thing, and we'll go to break. The young quarterback on their side.
Yeah. Maybe
is
that's the future of
first
the business.
quarterback in NFL history to throw for more than 900 yards in his first 3 games and throw X amount of touchdowns and no interceptions. And they put up a graphic yesterday, and he joined the likes of Marino, Mahomes, and Herbert. I mean, he looks terrific. He looks terrific. And he was better than our guy yesterday. So in that respect, our guy's got to play better. This is the drill. We're just warming up. It's a Monday morning quarterback of pure and utter vomit.
Now, Downtime with Dan, brought to you by Ameris Bank. Whether you need help with business, personal, or mortgage banking, we're with you. Ameris Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
You want a good football team, go south. Go down 95, go 350 miles, and go watch the Stinkfish, who, they drafted a kid named Devon Achane. And he rushed for 203 yards and 4 touchdowns yesterday. Achane is his name. He's a running back from Texas A&M, and he is an offensive weapon. Some of the best trades you make are the ones you don't, and the Dolphins not trading for Jonathan Taylor may prove to be absolute genius as they fall into a quick start with the MVP Tua.
Are you looking to make a move? Whether you're buying your first home or your forever home, at Ameris Bank, we'll help you get the keys in your hand. Our local mortgage bankers will guide you through the process, from choosing the right loan to closing on your new home, and everything in between. We even offer down payment and closing cost assistance to eligible first-time homebuyers. Visit amerisbank.com/mortgage to learn more and find a mortgage banker near you. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Did you know the 2023 Honda CR-V Hybrid never needs to be plugged in? The onboard system charges the batteries for you. When you think Honda, think hybrid. Good for the environment, great for your budget. Visit your local Honda dealer to experience the CR-V of the future today.
Golfers, swing into Edwin Watts Golf Shops for the hottest new fall arrivals from TaylorMade, Callaway, and Titleist. Come by and test drive the new TaylorMade P790 irons, the new Callaway Apex Pro iron sets, and the new Titleist T-Series irons. While you're there, get a free custom fitting on the new arrivals and more. Edwin Watts Golf Shops is your headquarters for all the latest golf gear from all the top manufacturers. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Shop us in store or online at edwinwattsgolf.com.
Hey, like an offensive lineman protecting his quarterback at all costs, they don't play for the Jags. Craig and Christine Kaprowski, they do the same. This husband and wife team have teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs, and they find it for you in a fast, friendly, affordable way. Guys, listen, my daughter was losing money in auto insurance. I said, call the Kaprowski. She did, and she saved more than $100 a month. And she's got the same insurance, if not better. So if you need homeowners, auto, flood, you got a boat. Craig and Christine are part of the Goosehead Insurance family. And in just a few short minutes, I'll find you the right coverage at the right price. I trust them with my insurance needs. Maybe you should as well. If you want an insurance checkup, it's Craig.Kaprowski at Goosehead.com, Craig.Kaprowski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at Goosehead.com, or call 904-478-8422. That's 478-8422.
Are you an experienced automotive technician and tired of working for employers who put profit over people? Then come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road and get trained on how to diagnose and rebuild today's complex transmissions. See how we're different. Get traction on your career and come to Action.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mitchell Yass, and I am no longer the most unknown world-renowned pain elimination specialist, thanks to you and my 1010XL radio show, The Pain-Free Living Hour. You can re-listen to all 14 episodes on my YouTube channel, Dr. Mitchell Yass, and have your pain eliminated with treatment in my office or online over Zoom. Book your appointment today, 904-906-YASS, or at livewithoutpains.com.
Fish are good at hiding. Captain Kevin can help you find them.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Find more fish on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show.
Thursday nights at 6.
Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss on 1010XL AM.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews are through the roof, and I challenge any law firm to compare results. Clients continue switching to us from other firms because we continue delivering. Recently, a car accident client left a big firm, and Woolsey Morecambe got her 10 times what they said it was worth. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe, 638-4235.
So I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $30,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $80,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition and no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted into the program, your only costs are the books and the course fees, around $700 a year.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by November 2nd.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent. And would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. And then they asked if my dog Max was over his cold. They called that service too. And then they helped me find ways to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that. They said service.
Call State Farm agent Brandon Thomas at 342-3459.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by J-Dog Junk Removal, veteran owned and operated.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1010XL.
Hit it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've got something to say, and I need my colleagues' response. And we're going to do it right here in the 10-minute drill with sports concepts and rationalizations. At the end of the drill, I believe we have a prize pack.
Yeah, we
hopefully
do.
It's not tickets to the Jags game. Because we're not trying to serve out punishment.
Today's prize pack,
God
we're going to
bless
punch you
if-
in the face.
God bless you if you went to the game yesterday, by the way.
No, we don't have tickets to the Jazz.
All right, what do we
We
have?
have tickets. We have a pair of tickets to see former guitar player of Genesis, Steve Hackett, live
Even
at the
better.
Florida Theater on March 1st.
That's Buddy's boy, Jeff. I
Mhm.
don't know if you know that.
I don't think so.
No. E.
Uh-huh.
I want you to record. This is a one-time offer.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
And I thought of this in the press box yesterday.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I'm doing this only today.
Uh-huh. One time only.
And I need an answer.
One time
Only
only.
in this segment now.
Okay, bet. I'm
This is
listening.
not to think about. This is to my friend, colleague.
Me?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We, ladies and gentlemen, have a bet going on. Okay? It's 3-1, and it was brought up by Jeff, who was confident about his Jags pass rushers.
Yeah.
And the number was
silly me got enthralled by those
Yeah.
pressure numbers. It
That's
didn't
fine.
seem to. Yeah.
The number was 35.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeff, he gets it. It's fine. We all get excited in the offseason. The number was 35, and he said 3-1. And I, as for fun, I took 3-1. Now they're still on pace for about 35 sacks. Okay, they have
to get 2 a game.
Yeah, they have 5 sacks through 3 games. Jeff,
So no, 2 won't be enough. Yeah, two a game wouldn't be enough. That would only be 28 more. That would leave me with 33. This
Right.
team's going to get more than 2 a game. They don't breathe on the quarterback. You just had a team come in missing its offensive line. And by the way, everybody try.
I'm going to listen to me. I'm making this offer to you now today and today only.
Okay.
It will never come up again.
All right.
How many sacks will the Jaguars have this year?
Yeah, I will.
I'm asking. Yeah, I'm asking. I want you to, and now not.
Well, I took
like,
the
think
under.
about it a
I'll
second.
take the under of 35 from a year ago.
You'll take under.
I
the
think
35.
E went over. If I
Yeah. I would bet a dime board bet. 2-1.
Okay.
It got worse.
I couldn't just leave it at 2-1.
Not spice it up anymore. What if I offered 3-1 spin
He
ratio
came
on
at
over
me.
35 sacks?
So
You'll
on.
spin it.
Okay, so
It's a hard sell. Yeah, that's enough. Go ahead and kill that whole. Yeah, just blow that. I'm tired of hearing that. That's fun to hear for a while. Now it's just going to be painful.
This is a one-time offer.
I'm seriously going to, because I know this offer ahead of time, Googans, but I'll let Dan
Right.
propose to you what he proposed to me.
This is what I
And I'm not
proposed.
going to lie. I'm seriously considering it.
Right, but I have to have an answer in this segment, by the end of this segment.
Segment?
Yes.
You said today.
No.
He said segment.
I said
He
segment.
said today.
No.
Said
Segment
segment when
time.
this
It's go
started.
time right here. Because listen, it's swung to me, but it's not mathematically impossible. But listen, I know you, like you know me, and 3 spins will absolutely soul crush you.
Oh, it's beyond
If
soul
he had to spin the wheel 3 times, and I know a lot of you are saying, oh, hell no, Dan, don't do it. But Jeff is one of my best friends, man. And so
You got to look out.
That's like a pity party. I feel like that's kind of a pity party right
You got to look out for brother.
Yes, actually
I'm
a
just
good
trying
guy.
to help.
What
So
about-
here's the offer.
Uh-huh.
This is the offer.
What about Tony's 23 to 25 out of Allen and Walker?
Yeah, that's we'll
not
get to
gonna
him
hold
at
up.
8 o'clock.
All right, here it comes.
That got you excited, too, by the way, when he said that. And then he pounded his chest after week
Yeah.
1, didn't he? How
No.
many sacks the boys have since that in the last 2
that'd be
games?
0.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the Chason got one. If
Yeah.
Chason's getting a sack and no one else is, that lets you know what your other guys are.
Chason stumbled into
I
one.
know he
Let's
did.
be honest.
Yeah.
And by the way, Josh Allen, well, whatever. You saw those 3 sacks he had week 1. Anthony Richardson had a lot to do
For
with
3
that.
yards. 3
Yeah.
sacks for 3
Yes.
yards. It's not like they were like collapsing the pocket around him.
So
We didn't come close to a sack yesterday.
So here's the offer. I'm willing right now to end this 3-1 deal.
Oh, he's going to let me off the hook. Okay.
No.
What do you
No,
mean?
there's no letting you off the hook.
Oh, no.
You have to accept the loss and spin the wheel one time. You
One-
have
one time?
One time. I'm giving him this offer, and only this segment. He gets 1 wheel spin. It has to be in the next couple weeks, and it's over and done with, or we just ride it out. I'm not bringing it up again, and if they go 0-0-0-0, which they very well may,
I'm in a pickle.
this is up to you. And I'm doing this only out of the magnanimous.
I can't do it.
Good
I
nature.
made a bet. It was my idea. I sold you it.
Okay.
I'm not. I'll go down with these losers.
Okay.
But I'm riding it out.
Okay. There you go.
I can't do it. I mean,
That's fine.
The NFL season's a long season.
Long
Maybe they'll
season.
trade for someone for
Long
Pete's
season.
sake. Maybe Devon
I'm not
Hamilton
doing
will
it
get
again,
20.
though.
I know.
Okay.
I can't do it. I can't give up yet. It's only
Okay.
3 games.
All right.
But I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
I expect to lose the bet.
Oof.
I expect to lose the bet.
I'm
but
just-
I can't.
I'm
I mean,
telling
it's
you,
just
I'm
too
telling
early.
you out
I
of the
can't do
goodness
it.
of my
I
heart.
know.
I
know
don't
you-
feel like they're going to get there.
I
I
know.
never have. And 3 spins is a soul crusher.
I know.
It's not just, it's 3 spins. It's
Yeah.
Monday, here's the spin.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday, here's the
Ooh,
spin.
it's
It's
making me
Wednesday,
sick.
here's the spin. It's 3 different soul crushers.
Yeah.
With the cat, who's the king of the wheel spins,
feel ya.
riding shotgun with me on this
boy.
one.
He has nothing to do with this one.
Well, no, he'll be.
We got to go old school.
He'll
I can't
have
him bringing
ideas. He'll
his
set things
oh,
up. He's the
God.
best.
Sweet Lord.
He's the very best.
Help me. I've been getting churched up
And
a
I
lot.
didn't want to bring up the Friday 5-pack either,
Yeah, I'm
but
not
you're not off
quitting.
to a good start
Yeah,
there.
no.
You're facing 4 of them.
Yeah. Wow. Now, see, that might come back to bite you.
It might.
Sheesh.
It very
That
well
part.
could.
Yeah. No, I'm not giving up. I'm
Okay.
not quitting.
All right.
No, I'm
All
going
right.
to ride it. I'm not going to be
Okay.
like, hold on a second.
No worries.
Here's
that's fine.
okay, I just want to
You
say
don't have to
one
explain
thing.
yourself.
No, I'm not
Okay.
explaining. I'm putting
All right.
an exclamation point.
All right.
I'm not going to be what I bet on. A freaking quitter.
Yeah.
A half-ass, barely try,
uh-huh.
couldn't care. Hey, Josh Allen, I see you waving on the booze. You proud of him, boss?
Yeah.
Huh? Captain?
Yeah.
You proud of the booze, are you? It's a joke to you? I know you're getting in your Bentley and driving home with your $48 million, but it's not a joke to us sitting in the stadium, my friend. No. Boo. You know why we boo? Because we're not allowed to come down and punch you in the face. That's why. And so these cats acting like, Jag fan needs to be patient. Oof. No, I gotta ride the bet, dude. I gotta ride the bet.
You know
what can
who-
I do? I can't quit.
My
like,
dog
just like
said
that.
no deal.
Okay, that's fine. It'll never come up again.
I'm a
until
ride
the
or
very
die.
end. Okay.
3 spins. Oh well, I'll live.
Yeah. We
I
think.
made the bet.
Yeah.
I made the bet. It was my.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, maybe I'll just. It's a good idea.
What?
3 spins is life or death. Retire unexpectedly if you lose.
You know how bad we are right now?
I do.
I want to tell you people how bad we are. Yesterday, a guy that a football player who is just a guy. Just a guy. It would be like Jeff, there's a kid in your class. You're 11 years old, and this kid has never done really anything athletically, and when he was here, everybody used to kind of, just he'd be the last guy picked on the team.
Okay.
All right, Billy, you come with us.
Yeah.
Right? Billy's the last guy picked. Billy came back yesterday, a year later, and they said, hey, Billy, go compete against Jeff. And he just whooped you up.
Oh, no. That surprised me.
And then after
I'm
the
on a
game,
kind of a cold streak.
And then after the game, Shaq Griffin sat there and said things like, I bet they miss me. Oof.
You know what we missed?
Oof.
Here's what we missed, Shaq. We missed the guys beating you like a drum last year, not dropping the ball like Ridley did yesterday. That's what we missed. Let's be honest.
Oof.
What's the narrative if Calvin Ridley can catch a cold? What are we at? What's the narrative if Jamal Agnew? It's time to end the Agnew experiment, by the way. I'm about tired of that guy running routes. I'm done with him.
We could end it, except for there was a point in the game where he was the only guy getting open that we throw the ball to.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I don't want him anymore as a receiver. And by the way, Calvin Ridley is the worst advice. The least trustable voice in the history of the Jaguars is Calvin Ridley, who spent all offseason telling us how great Jamal Agnew was and he should be included in the group.
Yeah.
First of all, you're not him. You're going to get 2,000 yards over the course of the next 3 years. You need LASIK or contacts or a change in medication. I don't know what the hell's going on with Calvin Ridley. He is right now not in the top 10 of Jaguars history of receivers. He can't catch a cold. He right now is hurting us.
But you know what, Jeff?
Hurting us, Dan.
You know what? Despite all the to me, we went into the season with questions on the O-line and D-line. I told you that. You said, that is my biggest concern was the O-line and D-line, and right now it's playing out. What did Roy Robertson Harris. Have we heard his name yet this year?
No, I haven't heard.
Yeah, we did. We heard it when they gave him a big fat extension.
Yeah.
When they said, when they said Arden Key gone, we're going to take this guy and double down.
Foley Fatukasi is going to play much better this year.
Accent on Fat, by the way. There's a lot more Fat than Kasi in that guy.
And we're trotting out street guys, and I just don't get it, man. I just don't understand the thought about the O-line and the D-line. And here we go again. The boys are going to all start asking, and God bless the guy, and I know he's not going to be available till after London, but Devon Hamilton will help this team. But he's not the answer.
No,
he's not the savior.
I was silly.
No, not you. I see these comments, and people ask me, guys, again, we fall in love with these. Well, who's not playing? Because when we get him, we'll be better. Well, we drafted him here. He should be good. Well, we paid him this much. He should be great. You know who's played? ETN played yesterday, and Evan Ingram has played good football for the Jags so far this year. Evan Ingram has played with effort. He catches the ball.
You know what hasn't happened as much? And it happened a couple of times yesterday. It happened with Ingram on a drag route. He was wide open. It happened late in the game when Christian Kirk got wide open. We're not getting guys as wide open as we did a year ago. It seemed last year there were a lot more. Now, we didn't always capitalize. I can remember Zay and Christian Kirk dropping balls a couple times when they got behind. We're just not getting guys wide open. But my most disappointment, listen, the O-line is worse than most people imagine. I know you were in the camp that didn't think they were horrible. We questioned why they were calling them horrible, and I just trusted the analytics of, the guys around them are doing better than they're supposed to be doing with that pitiful O-line in front of them. But I couldn't be more disappointed in a Jaguars player in a long time than Calvin Ridley. Based on, what he did in the preseason, training camp. It was a highlight show every day.
Yeah.
And then we got to the preseason. His first game, he was good, and he had a couple drops. And then the first half at Indy, he looked like he was Justin Jefferson. And now he's just been – he looks like he's, Justin Ross.
Looks like Mr. Jefferson.
George Jefferson, maybe.
George Jefferson.
So –
Evan Ingram has 18 catches through 3 games. He's, he gets 5 or 6 a game. He's been good. He had a game-changing play yesterday that should have helped us, which it didn't because we would inevitably screw up. But I don't know, man. And the running backs behind ETN all offseason. Oh, the running back room is so much stronger. Oh, the running back room. It's just, it's not. It's not. And our third-round pick has 9 carries for 23 yards. The Dolphins' second-round pick was he second round, third round? I don't know what he was.
Third round. Yeah, third.
Achon?
Mm-hmm.
Ran for 203 yards yesterday.
4 touchdowns. Mostert had 4, and he had 4. Tank Bigsby won't,
get 4.
He might not get 4 all year, although he did have his second yesterday.
Yeah.
It's amazing, by the way. For those that say that the coaching staff doesn't listen to the drill on the way in, I disagree. They did exactly the opposite. All the things I screamed about last week.
Yeah.
If you get it at the 1, let's make this simple. Hand it to the guy 4 times. What do we do? Touchdown. Yeah. And then they did the exact opposite on going for it and punting and all that stuff at midfield.
All right, we don't do this often, but let's.
I don't want to. When we come back, I don't want to talk about the Jaguars.
You don't?
We got Tony Baselli, top of the hour.
All right.
Let's hit a little college football. FSU fan today. Listen, I got news for FSU fan.
Yeah.
I've been watching college football for a long time. I know the earmarks of a team that has just been kissed by an angel.
Yeah.
Okay? The Noles have been kissed by an angel, dude.
KBA.
They are this year's it's all going to go their way team.
All right, we'll do some college ball when we come back.
Noles fans, get your playoff tickets. You're headed there. There's nothing left on this schedule of yours.
641-1010, that's the number to call right now. Come kind, come courteous, come correct, and tell them what they're going to win as we head to break.
Oh, you're going to get you a pair of tickets to see former guitar player of Genesis, Steve Hackett, live at the Florida Theater on March 1st. Holla at your boy.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Game day prep starts 5 hours before kickoff.
This is big-time ball season.
On the famous Automotive Tire and Quick Lube Kickoff Show. Live from Tailgaters Parking. Presented by Clearwater Irrigation and Gatorade Fast Twitch on 1010XL.
Hey guys, Hicken here. It remains hot. If you were at the game yesterday, man, bless you. It ain't getting any cooler right now. Unless you stay cooler with Bueller. Bueller Air, still locally owned, still treating their growing customer base like they're part of the family. Don't believe me? Go ahead and Google them. Bueller Air, Buehler. I'm telling you, you won't find a better rated air conditioning company in town. And I love them. I use them. They replace my air conditioning. They keep mine working like beauty. Like I know when I go home at night, I put that AC's on 73, and it's nice and cool in my house. So it's getting hotter than ever outside. Do yourself a favor. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Your home value is way up, and you can use that money right now. Pay off credit cards, remodel your house, both, whatever you want. Prosser here for Loan Pronto. Loan Pronto can convert that home equity into cash in as little as 2 weeks with no cost to you and zero hassle. Mike and Joan in Ponte Vedra called Loan Pronto. They did a Loan Pronto zero-cost cash-out refi. They got a check for $100,000, used $50 to pay off all their credit cards and a car loan, and used the other $50 to upgrade their master bath and kitchen. They locked in new APR in the 2s and lowered their total monthly bills by hundreds of dollars. Hello? What are you waiting on? Call Loan Pronto now. Convert your home value into cash and put that money to good use. Do it now, and you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval. Not all loans apply.
Now the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Trevor Lawrence not only crosses his T's and dots his I's, but also dots up his receivers when he sees a golden opportunity to put points on the board. In the fourth quarter, the Jacksonville quarterback would find Christian Kirk for a 26-yard touchdown to cut the deficit to 10 with 10:40 left in regulation. The Trevor Lawrence touchdown pass to Christian Kirk is your Performance Painting play of the game.
Does your home or building need painting? For over 20 years, Performance Painting has had the privilege of preserving many of Jacksonville's most prominent buildings. That said, we feel like we're just getting started. I'm Jason Parker, and our team thrives on preparing, protecting, and preserving the homes, businesses, and public buildings that make up our local landscape. Contact us today to put our years of experience to work for you. Performance Painting, prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting!
Hey Jacksonville, this is 17-time PGA Tour winner Jim Furyk inviting you to join me and the legends of the PGA Tour for the 3rd annual Constellation Furyk and Friends presented by Circle K, October 2 through 8 at Timuquana Country Club. Public parking is free, along with complimentary tournament access for our military, courtesy of ViStar Credit Union. Go to Ticketmaster to get your tickets today, and if you're not traveling to London to watch the Jags this fall, join us Sunday morning in the Publix Tailgate Village to catch the game on the big screen. For more information, visit ConstellationFurykandFriends.com.
Jacksonville is a great place to live. And if you love where you live, you should invest in it. That's why more and more people bank with One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. We invest every penny back into North Florida, backing the very best small businesses, nonprofits, and of course the family home. Why put your money with some big out-of-state bank when you can invest in where you love to live? One-to-One Financial. We're your hometown credit union. Sign up today at one-to-one-fcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jacks, so we gotta play like the experts we are. Now, who are we?
Roland Reach Plumbing!
Now that's what a winner sounds like.
Customers always win with Roland Reach Plumbing at plumberinjacks.com.
From the hallowed halls of Canton to the Drill on Monday mornings.
Breakfast with Boselli.
Breakfast out of bed. Brought to you by Epstein and Robbins DUI Defense Firm and Mr. Rooter Plumbing of Jacksonville on 1010XL. Breakfast provided by Chick-fil-A.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Ackerman Urology's new Beaches location is now open, conveniently located on Atlantic Boulevard near Hodges. Visit the experts at Ackerman for all your prostate and urological concerns. AckermanUrology.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Yo. It's your main man, E.T. And if you're a veteran or a rookie, you can bet with MyBookie. We're in full swing right now for football season, so check the updated lines at MyBookie.com and get your bets in to win straight cash, homie. Make sure you take advantage of the brand new cash out system, giving you more options to bet and win all season long. First 2 legs of your parlay hit, cash out early and use the bread on another bet. Or let that thing ride out for a chance at a bigger bag. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. This is the best time of the year to get in on the action. So start the football season right now as a winner. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for a free account. Just use promo code 1010XL to grab that welcome bonus on the house. Again, that promo code is 1010XL.com to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, get you a free trip to use at the MyBookie Casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Post Game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. The Jaguars are now 1-2 after a loss at home filled with mishaps, according to head coach Doug Peterson.
You're seeing the drops. You're seeing the turnovers. You're seeing untimely penalties. We got to continue to work.
While much of the Jaguar offense was stuck in neutral, Travis Etienne, he felt they moved off what had been successful.
I feel like we lost on what really was successful today.
There's some who say the Jaguars must move on from last year's expectations after the loss to the Texans. The Jag head man says it's on him.
Can't live in the past, or you're gonna fail in the future. You know that part of it starts with me and making sure that the guys they get that message.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, back. Going to talk a little college ball and what seems to be a season kissed with a little destiny for Florida State. More on that in just a second. First, though, today's Daily's Double Take brought to you by The Dash. I hope you make The Dash part of you. It's the one thing about game day that goes perfectly. Get a sack of subs from The Dash on your way down to tailgating, and never mind the grills and the barbecues and the hot dogs and such. Just absolutely delicious. This isn't some radio bit. Gas station food. The Daily's Dash deli quality piled higher with meats and cheeses than anywhere else, and just the bread, perfect. It'll melt in your mouth with the Daily's Dash. And here's the double take. Dan, I'm going to throw you two numbers. I want you to correlate them for me.
Okay.
112 to 26. 112 to 26. That sounds like maybe back in the day the Reebok girls basketball team was taking on, Sisters of the Poor.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe that's a 112 to 26. It's D3 powerhouse Mount Union beating Stony Brook Technical College.
Okay.
112 to 26, though. Those are not the correct answers. Could you tell me what 112 to 26 indicates?
No.
112 to 26 would be how the state of Colorado acquitted itself in a couple of big games this weekend.
Okay.
Deion went to Oregon and lost 42 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins beat the Broncos 70 to 20.
Oof.
So as bad as you feel this morning, as a Jaguars fan, it could be worse.
Okay.
You could be Broncos fan.
All right.
Who also started the season with some renewed hope and optimism. Pairing of Sean Payton with Russell Wilson, and man, it is not going well. Ironically, Wilson's putting up good numbers. Passer rating over 100. He's throwing for 300 every week, but it's not translating to anything. The Dolphins look like the best team in football, and we'll talk more about them moving up. Meanwhile, Primetime got his. All the talk and all the flash and everything that was made of beating mediocre teams that no other coach has ever gotten the gravitas. And I understand why he gets it. He's his own entity, a Hall of Famer, personality-driven guy.
And he took a team that only won one game last year and had them ranked in 3-0 start. And they're off to a good start. I'll give Prime credit for one thing. I thought he was great in the post-game press conference, unlike that buffoon Ryan Day who gets it butthurt from Lou Holtz's comments and tells me it's Ohio against the world.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you coaches?
They use that stuff
These
to motivate.
guys are just
They like to
imbecile. Motivate who? Themselves?
Yeah, for sure.
I
you got to put a chip. Everyone does it. Even the pros do it. It's amazing, but they do.
Man. But they tell the kids, don't listen to the rat poison.
Nah, I don't think
Stay away. What do you mean you don't think so? That's their message to their kids.
To when they're getting full of themselves on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
They use this respecting all the time. You know this. Urban's famous for it. Nick Saban, they all do.
Yeah.
Rat poison.
Yes.
His rat poison means our guys listening to how great they are. The Jaguars, by the way, have had some rat poison moments here to start the year. They've believed in their press clippings. They drank that Kool-Aid that I was serving up out here.
Yeah, but anyway, Ryan Day and in the Washington State
But what is it
guy
about
what
is it about Deion?
Oh, I thought at the end of the game, he said, "Hey, man, they beat us. There's nothing I can say. They outplayed us. They outcoached us. He took it, because Deion's been there, done that. So good for him in that respect."
Well, the only thing I didn't like is you better get me now. You guys need a little more resume than a road win at TCU to come up with and I get it, but that's Deion. He's brash. He's nobody else. Nobody else says you better get me now.
Well, I do think this because I find if you listen to post game press conferences from coaches, man, like Billy Napier said something that rubbed me the wrong way the other night. That Florida didn't play well, and they were asking some pointed questions, and he got a little combative for the first time. It was combative, Billy, and I'm like, Billy. And Billy dared to, as a head coach of the Gators, you dared to drop half the teams won, half the teams lost. It's hard in college football. Are you kidding me?
That's not the
Bro,
standard.
you got a top 25 program. You should.
Yeah.
It's handed to you.
They
Here
go
are
to
the
Kentucky.
keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't say that. Say, hey, I wish we would have played better. We got work to do.
We need to score touchdowns
But
in
we
this
are
league.
happy that we're going to win because I want to celebrate the wins with the guys.
Right.
Or something to that effect.
For sure. I get it. Dion, by the way, what I was referring to, he said, you better get me now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I
Yeah.
mean, but again, Colorado's gotten way ahead of itself. Colorado State is a dog mess program. They won in double overtime.
Yeah.
TCU, I believe, now is 1-3 or 1-4. They are not very good.
They lose to SMU?
I think they did, but I could be wrong on that. I don't know. Bottom line is TCU was not the ranked team that they were set up to be. And Nebraska has been Nebraska-ing.
One win last year in
I
an
get it.
awful program.
I get it.
And Dion didn't sit there and go, hey, ESPN,
No,
come on over.
well,
hey, 60 minutes.
yeah, he
What
did.
do you want?
Well, of course he did.
Well,
But
they came.
But he brought a quarterback with him, and that alone has made him a lot better. I'm not saying they're not way improved.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like, but again, could be wrong.
They got USC this week.
Well, and they're going to
guess
get
what? They'll be on national TV again.
Sure, and most likely they won't get peppered like they
And
did last week.
I'll say this for Dion's effect, and I'll ask both of you. I sat there Saturday afternoon. Ole Miss, Bama, Colorado, Oregon.
Not me.
I went Colorado, Oregon.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is, I hope you guys enjoyed the 5 minutes
We
of
did.
competitive football.
I did.
By the end of the first, it's 21-0.
Well, I flipped over to Ole Miss, Alabama, and it was 9-6 or 7-6. Ooh, that's fun.
Okay, whatever.
Give me Colorado, Oregon,
Listen,
man.
I am in no way downplaying what Dion has done. He's gone to a team. I'm just saying, okay, we'll get you now then. Okay, Chief. I've seen Colorado. Let me tell you what. Dion ain't taking Colorado to a national title. Okay?
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
maybe.
see.
Because he'll be gone in 3 years when the next big boy calls.
Well, maybe they will.
Yeah. And by the way, you would take him if you're a program that's struggling. Meanwhile, listen, every year there's a team in the playoffs that the kiss of destiny goes their way every time.
Mm-hmm.
And FSU deserved to win at Clemson the other day, but doggone, the Clemson kicker missed a 29-yarder in the final moments that may very well have ended this dream season for Florida State. And when you have every Gator season that's ended in a natty, even the FSU seasons that you have those moments.
Yeah.
You have those things that have to go your way, the unlikely things, and it's unlikely
they've
that a
had two
kicker.
games in a row like that.
Yeah. But they didn't flat out lose the last one. I mean, at least the last one, even though
Oh,
they let it be too close.
Yeah.
But Clemson, by all rights, should have won the game. They had the terrible defensive turnover when they were up 24-17.
Mm-hmm.
The scoop and score for 6. Now, Deloach and the Knowles made the play.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, with 1:12 to go in the game or 48 seconds or whatever it is, you missed a 29-yarder. I mean, high school kids across the country are banging home 29-yarders. And so you're living a fancied football existence when kicks like that miss, especially when you're on the road. And give the Knowles credit. They won the game in overtime. The defense bowed up, and so they remain undefeated. They fell one spot in the polls. So
Doesn't matter.
Of course it doesn't. They're a play. If they continue, look, they've got Miami and Florida. Is that all we got left?
Well, no, they're going to have
Is
to win.
Louisville on the schedule this year?
No, they're going to have to win the ACC championship though as well against not Clemson. It's going to be FSU against some. It could be
Duke, probably.
North Carolina. No, they played Duke. It'll probably be North Carolina.
Did North Carolina just lose to Pitt or no?
No, they beat them.
Okay.
But yeah, their overall schedule, they're in great shape now. They've gotten through. They beat LSU and Clemson, man. That's what we said. Now
Correct.
they get a week off, then they get Virginia Tech, who's
100%.
horrible. Syracuse is undefeated, but they get them at home, and they're not that. Duke could be a tough game. Wake Forest, meh. Pitt up there.
They do play Duke.
Pitt up there is not easy. The U at Doak.
Louisville
and
may
then
be the
Florida.
best team. It may be Louisville. I mean, they're whacking people. Their offense is rolling. They're 4-0, 2-0 in the conference. It would not surprise me those two don't play each other. So
yeah, I'll take North Carolina, and we'll see what happens. But the bottom line is this: they are earmarked, and they just can't slip up. There's a lot of football left. There'll be another game here in the 7 that they'll have a close game, but they're in great shape. They got through their gauntlet.
I'm not selling you Louisville as anything special. Don't get me wrong. There is no other team in the ACC that's anywhere near what FSU is other than Clemson. Who played them? In fairness to Clemson, they played them even up.
Yeah.
But you're at home. You got to win that game. You got to make a kick.
All right, we got Breakfast with Baselli next. The big fella can explain himself when we return.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. This is The Swamp.
And off ETN's got a lead blocker, and he's loose. Midfield, broken tackle, still on his feet.
The Gators crawl on the bluegrass.
Touchdown, Gators!
Florida, Kentucky, Saturday at noon on Jacksonville's home of Florida Gators football. 1010 XLAM.
Hey, Hickett here for Lockhart Construction. They're a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart's dad started this company years ago, still works with his son, and Shane runs it now, and his guys are from here. They take care of people who live here, people like me. I've used Lockhart Construction twice. I couldn't be more pleased. Terrific job, fair job, affordable job. They're great guys, and they get you an unbelievable new house, basically. So their family gave my family a better living experience. You unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. No job too big, no job too small. If you got a construction need, a construction idea, give Shane a call. He'll get back to you. Shane Lockhart and Lockhart Construction, 994-3865, 994-3865.
Mike Dempsey here, and I'm here with Paige, a new friend and the owner of Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Thanks to Awaken 180, I've now dropped 22.6 pounds in just 4 weeks, but it's not about the number. Paige, after 9 years, what continues to inspire you?
It's so inspiring to hear people change their lives and to be a part of that every day. The more people who can transform their lives and feel better and be more confident and be happier and see that change come through in every aspect of their life, not just in their weight or how they look or the clothes that they wear, but in their career and in their family and how they inspire their kids. That's why we do this.
Thanks, Paige. Changing lives without medication, the gym, or fasting. If you're ready to make a 180 with your health, choose the solution for weight loss. Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com.
Welcome to Otterson Wealth Advisors of Raymond James, your local resource for financial know-how. The entire team is a symphony of knowledge, working harmoniously to orchestrate your financial dreams into reality. Experience the Otterson Wealth Advisors Advantage, where our expertise, empathy, and precision converge to craft a roadmap to your financial triumph. Visit OttersonAdvisors.com and let us turn your aspirations into achievements. Otterson Wealth Advisors, your goals, our expertise. Raymond James Associates, Inc., member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Century Firearms, Jacksonville's newest and best gun store, is now open at San Jose and Mandron Road. With the best prices in Jacksonville, from hunting to shooting, we've got it all. We make buying guns easy. Century Firearms, San Jose and Mandron Road, online at jacksguns.com.
Malfunctions in your electrical panel can lead to hazards like fire or power outages, leaving your home at risk. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
8 Sparky.
Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
Car Bravo is here. A better way to shop used vehicles with transparent pricing. Hickett here for Nimnick Buick GMC. They've joined the Car Bravo family, and they're the only Car Bravo dealer in Northeast Florida. With Car Bravo, it doesn't matter what used vehicle you're looking for because they certify all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Kia, Mazda, Ford. It doesn't matter. Buying a certified used vehicle has never felt better. And for a limited time, save an additional $500 when you purchase a Car Bravo certified vehicle at Nimnick Buick GMC. Are you looking for a used car under $20K? Nimnick has a great selection, hundreds of used cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from. Go to NimnickBuickGMC.com or visit our showroom off Phillips Highway. Nimnick has been in the business for 82 years. You know why? Because of things like Car Bravo. They do business the right way. Family owned and operated. No one cares more about you before and after the sale. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood Diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Mike Dempsey here for Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em Fantasy game, a super fun way to play along as you watch your favorite players. The way it works, you pick higher or lower on 2 to 5 player stats, then watch to see if your picks hit. It's that easy. If you haven't tried out Pick'em, now's the perfect time. Football season's back, and to celebrate, Underdog announced their newest special that will be running all season long. It's called 100K Sundays. Every Sunday, Underdog's going to be giving $10,000 in cold hard cash to 10 winners who play Pick'em. You can take your chance by playing along every Sunday. 1 entry equals 1 ticket. Will you be one of the winners? Find out by making your picks this football season. In total, they're going to be giving away $2 million. That's a real number. $2 million just to people who are making picks. Try it out today by downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. You must be 18 or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ncpgambling.org.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. University of Florida head coach Billy Napier was proud the Gators didn't fall victim to a so-called trap game.
I'm proud of our team. There's going to be lots of things that we can improve at. We see a lot of bright spots.
FSU's win over Clemson provided them with a statement win over the team that has been dominant in the ACC. It didn't come easy, and that's the way Noles coach Mike Norvell wanted it.
Be able to come here on the road, I mean, it's how I wanted it.
In defeat, Clemson's Dabo Sweeney had high praise for FSU.
It's just one day. It's hard to beat somebody 8 times in a row. We lost in overtime to a great team, a team that may go on and win the whole thing.
Monday Night Football has 4 teams in action, including 2-0 Tampa versus 2-0 Philadelphia. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:08 and it's 69 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
Now Breakfast with Boselli
On 1010XL.
Brought to you by
Epstein and Robbins DUI Defense Firm and Mr. Rooter Plumbing of Jacksonville. Breakfast provided by Chick-fil-A.
All right, so the Jags will head to London, Dan. Good riddance, I say. Get the hell out of here. Don't come back for a few weeks.
I think Tony's already there.
Well, let's hope that Tony's flight went better than the Steelers charter last night from Vegas. Did you see this breaking this morning? Steelers charter plane emergency landing in Kansas City, 3:35 a.m. after oil pressure failure in one of the engines.
Geez.
Fire trucks were at the scene inspecting their Airbus. Which had a news crew, by the way, aboard the plane. Steelers were coming back after, boy, the NFL season can be strange. The Steelers looked so bad week 1, right, at home against a good team. Now they've rebounded with a couple of wins. They won Sunday Night Football. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the suddenly sorry state of our Jacksonville Jaguars. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning. It's actually afternoon where I am. But
okay.
Where are you, Tone?
I am currently sitting in the Amsterdam airport.
Wow.
Well, that's a good place to be. Can you pick me up some stuff?
Stay off the
I need
hashish.
it right now.
Stay off the hashish.
No, I want the hashish after watching that yesterday.
I don't think it's actually in the airport, Dan.
Oh, okay.
You never know. It is the red light district.
I bet if you ask, you can find.
Hey,
Tone.
I'm just sitting in the lounge with my lovely wife.
Oh, sweet Ange. Hello, sweet Ange. Listen. Tell us what's going on the inside right now, Tony Boselli, because we're on the ledge, man. So you talk us off and tell us what's being said on the inside. Are they as concerned as we are?
Well, I mean, I think anytime you really have 3 poor performances in offense to start the season, and then just a complete breakdown across the board in all 3 phases yesterday, I mean, yeah, there's concern. But it's still early. I'll say what I said on the radio after the game yesterday, and I've talked to a couple people about this, is last year, I mean, the NFL's a marathon. And you can't make any proclamations after a few weeks. Let the season go and see where the team plays out. The San Francisco 49ers, who were in the NFC Championship last year, and I think had a chance to win it before their quarterback got hurt, and they literally played the game with no quarterback. They started the season 1-2.
Okay.
And let me tell you the teams they lost to. They lost to the Chicago Bears opening day last year.
Okay.
We all know where the Chicago Bears ended up at this end of the season. I don't think anyone thinks they're a good team. And then they won week 2, and then week 3 they lost to the Denver Broncos, who fired their coach about 10 weeks later. And they were 1-2. They were then 3-4 after 7 games. I think they were bottom of their division, or just game. They're looking up. Let's put it that way. And since week 7 of last year, they have not lost a game in the regular season. Now, I'm not saying we're the 49ers. I'm not saying that's going to happen. My point in saying that is the 49ers are one of the best teams in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
My point in saying that is, it's a long season. Now, if they continue to play the way they are, it's going to be a really long season.
Okay, what gives us hope that they're gonna play differently? What gives us, because Tony, Jeff, do you see that button right over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what it says on it?
Panic.
And I pushed it.
Yeah.
So you help me, Tony. What gives you hope that things are going to be different? Because up front on both sides, they look not good. And I'm not an expert on that stuff, but you tell me this, and it doesn't look good, and I don't know how it's going to look good.
Let me rephrase that. Why do we have the worst offensive line in team history, it feels like?
I'm surprised about that. I thought they'd be playing better, and I got that wrong. Let me start with why I have hope.
Okay, thank you.
I think we're very well coached. I think Doug Peterson's a really good coach.
Okay.
I mean,
he seemed flummoxed yesterday. He seemed a bit flummoxed after the game. Well,
yeah, but have you seen every great coach after their team gets just beaten in a bad, embarrassing way to a team they should not? Have you ever seen a Bill Belichick conversation, the winningest coach? Go down the list. I mean, every coach is flummoxed flummoxed. Thank you.
You're welcome.
After a game like that, and so I think Doug Peterson is a damn good coach. That didn't change.
Uh-huh.
I thought that before yesterday, and I still think that,
and
that gives me hope.
Okay. Thank you.
I still think Trevor Lawrence is a superstar franchise quarterback. He's not playing well right now.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean he's not good.
They're not helping him either, Tone. The guy's off his spot a half second.
Where
Guys
was he
drop
yesterday,
balls.
Tone? You say he's not playing good. I thought he was worse game 2 than game 3. I thought he was okay. Yes, I think he was great. I thought Stroud outplayed him. But where do you have him as far as how he played yesterday?
I think he's rushing everything right now. I don't think he trusts everything, and I think because of that he rushes through and is not, he's not. It's not smooth. It's not in rhythm out there.
Does he have to be rushing, Tony? Is he rushing when he shouldn't? Because again, this is my layman's perspective. It's like when you play touch football and you have to do 3 Mississippi, but you get one time where you don't have. I feel like our D line counts to 6 Mississippi, and the other D line they say hiking like somebody's there, like somebody has blown their assignment. It feels like every pass play.
Yeah, I mean it starts up front. There's no doubt about that. When a guy's getting hit and rushed, it forces him. But there's times that Trevor just needs to slide a little bit and could buy him an extra second and make a throw. But I'm not putting it all on Trevor. It starts up front.
I know.
You guys are right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I agree. It starts up front. And it's not just getting flat beat, but they're soft in the middle at times. Guys are on the edge, and when a quarterback sees flashes of color, in his peripheral, that, especially if he's getting hit, that's not a good sign. So we got to play better up front.
Tone, question about up front, X's and O's question. 4th and 1, Jags 4th and 2, Jags go for it. It's a simple slant, so you get the ball as a quarterback and you throw it almost immediately. How that means to me, and again, you will tell me this technique-wise, to me that means all you really have to do as a lineman is whap the guy in the chest, like hold him there, don't let him, And how in the world can we get a hands to the face penalty from a veteran guy on a 4th and 2 that's a quick slant? How does that happen?
Yeah.
And am I right?
And just travel. Yeah, I mean, it is, but it's not. I mean, in fairness, it should not happen.
Okay.
Situation. It should never happen.
Right.
But in fairness to him, I mean, it's like the guy makes an inside move from a 3 technique, which is an outside shade.
Okay.
You know, and Brandon's trying to close it off because you can't get beat inside, especially on a short drop.
Okay.
And as he shuts it down, he starts his hand, high on his
going
chest
up.
and slides up. I mean, that happens.
Okay, that's fair. That's why I asked you.
No, it's unfortunate, and I'm not making excuses for Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon needs to play better.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's watching the tape. It feels like to me this ankle's impacting him more than anyone's letting on. That's I don't know that.
Sure.
No one's told me that.
Mm-hmm.
But he just does not look like himself.
Tony, give us the best guess what the offensive line's going to look like Week 5 against Buffalo. How do you think they'll
Cam
trot
comes
out?
back, what do we do? Where's the
who
weak
goes
link?
Where? Yeah.
Oh, you got to put Cam in there.
Mm-hmm.
And not the hard part is the one guy who's playing consistent. I'm not saying at a Pro Bowl level, but at a winning football level, all 3 games is Walker Little. I mean, he's solid. We had a little leakage on an inside move, but I mean, play in, play out, he is the most consistent, best offensive line we have. And so now you bring Cam back, and you're like, okay, are we going to move our guy who's playing the best from left tackle into guard and bring Cam at left? I would say yes at this point because Ben Barch is really struggling.
Okay.
He is struggling with his movement. I don't think again, nothing I know, just watching the tape, it looks like he's not confident in that knee. That's my only guess because he's leaning and his feet
Why
are
wouldn't
stopping.
Shatley play, Tone? Why wouldn't they put Shatley in then?
I don't think that, Jeff, that's a fair.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone, sometimes you get a label as a player, as backup. And Shatley's been a longtime Jaguar swing guy, Mr. Reliable. People forget when he came in last year in the back half, he was a starting guard when they played their best football second half of the season last year.
I bet it's something they at least consider.
Oh, yeah. I think I would guess there are conversations today about that for Atlanta. Do we make a move and put Shatley in there, and then when Cam gets back, let's kick Walker down to left guard, put Cam at left tackle.
Harrison's playing good enough at right tackle, Tone?
Yeah, he was better yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Anton Harrison's gonna be fine.
Okay.
And
you keep him there because he's a future there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. He's your future guy. I hope his ankle's all right. I mean, it didn't seem too bad.
Didn't seem too bad. Tone, does change subject real? Does Calvin Ridley know the offense? He seems like Trevor has to keep telling him where to go, and that's not even taking into account the drops and the offsides, jumping offsides. It's just stuff you can't do. You can't do at home, and you can't do if you're I'm him. I mean, what's going on with this guy?
Yeah, he did not play well. I don't know if Trevor's telling him what. I mean, that worries me less. I mean, I've been on teams before where guys have to be told to line up, and they go once they get lined up, watch out. But you can't drop the ball.
Change the game, Tony. It's 7-0 Jags. Who knows what? It could literally have led to an easy win. I mean, it's just unacceptable.
Well, Jeff, we talk about it all the time. Ultimately, games come down to 5 or 6 plays. You don't know which 5 or 6 are going to be.
That's one of them.
That was one of them.
Yeah, ours were dud plays yesterday. They were the kick return, that play, just duds, just an absolute dud.
Well, think about it. If we just had a 3-and-out against a rookie quarterback, if we'd have come down and hit, and Calvin drops a perfect pass, but if he catches that 7-0, and we're kicking off, what do you think the mentality on that side?
I'm not sure we don't win the game like we thought they might. To be honest, it can be that simple. Right. Yeah.
And then it just kind of snowballs. And obviously, we're not good enough to stop the Avalanche, and it just overtook us, and we never really were in the game.
I think the kick return goes down as a top 3 most embarrassing play in franchise history. Derrick Henry will be number 1 only because the optics of him throwing our guys around like junior high players. Mariota's 98-yarder may be 2, or maybe it's this one. But the fact that you let a dude who runs a 5.040 fumble the ball, catch it, and go almost untouched is beyond embarrassing. And so to belabor one of Dan's points from roster cutdown day, good thing we keep guys for special teams, Tone.
Well, yeah, that was inexplicable. I mean, he's a fullback.
Yeah.
First of all, you missed 3 tackles.
Yeah.
Right at the point of the attack.
Fullback.
He should have been down.
Yeah.
He should have been down inside the 20. Set that aside. So he gets outside, and somehow this fullback runs away from our entire team.
Seemed faster than our guys, Tone.
Well, no one caught him, Dan.
Yeah.
Now the one guy who was tracking him down, Ernest.
Ernest, yeah. He missed
the
him.
Ernest was. He was. I went and watched the tape last night on the plane.
Uh-huh.
He was on the opposite side of the field. I give him credit. He got up.
Yeah.
And just started head down, and he almost got him. But he was passing people too. I'm like, what? Are we in cement?
But you say you can't.
I mean,
but why would we pooch kick? Don't ever pooch kick again.
That was perfectly executed.
I don't care. Don't ever do it again if
Went
there's
to a big guy.
When we can't execute.
But they pooched it to like the 10. I get it if it goes to the 30 and that happens. That was a perfect kick.
I don't care.
It's inexplicable.
I don't care. Don't do it.
Well,
kick it through the end zone.
Dan, you got to go make plays.
We don't do that right now. We just give them another opportunity.
Guess what? Then it's going to be a really long year.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid.
I mean, everyone's killing press and killing this guy and that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the coaches aren't part of the whole thing.
No.
Absolutely, it's everybody. But as a player,
yeah,
and I believe this when I played,
mm-hmm.
and I believe it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about X's and O's. It's about Jimmys and Joes.
I agree.
You have to have a good plan, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And you have to have the right calls, and you have to be organized. And coaches are responsible for all that.
And
coaches can help.
Yeah.
And coaches can help players because they can put them in the right situation.
Wouldn't be surprised if Doug's calling the plays this week, though, Tone. Wouldn't be surprised, and I think that's the least of our issue. Not the least, but that's way down. I agree with you.
Down.
But I would not be surprised because of optics if Doug starts calling the plays. Let's get to the defensive line, Tony. 4 backup guys. Former FedEx driver Uncle Tony was playing. His friend Tyrone was playing, and they just whooped our D-line. Tony Boselli.
I am shocked.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Not one sack, Tony. He went back to pass 35 times. Not one sack.
Yeah,
very few
I think
pressures.
I think only 4 pressures or 4 hits, if I got that right.
Help me, Tone. Help me.
I don't have an answer for you there because C.J. Stroud was the most sack quarterback coming in
11 times, Tone.
And we did not get close very much.
Eesh.
We just aren't. We're not good pass rushers. I don't know. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just not very good at it.
Yeah.
You can tell Josh Allen's fighting a shoulder injury.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
But when I say that, if you're on the field,
you got to play.
There's no excuse.
There's no excuse.
I have an answer. My answer is that Trayvon Walker, with every passing game, makes Luke Jokel look like a Hall of Fame draft pick. This is the most unbelievable, undeniably terrible pick in Jaguars history. They had the number 1 pick in the draft, and they have drafted a guy who is basically unimpactful.
The worst part is they had the guy there that they could take in the same spot who's better. That's all. That's just
and by the way,
this point.
The whole defensive problem and it's not all Trayvon Walker's problem. I'm not saying that.
Right.
But I'm saying you had the number 1 pick in the draft, and you wasted it. You used it like it was fantasy football.
We've beaten that dead horse. Tony, what about the inside guys? Because it doesn't seem to me, and again, you watch the tape and you know better than me, but RRH and Fadakasi, and I don't hear their names ever, Tone.
Well, I mean, I thought Roy,
mm-hmm.
he's the best interior pass rusher. He got some pressure.
Okay.
I mean,
okay, good.
Back.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's not a dynamic pass rusher.
Right.
That's not what he.
3-4 sacks a year type guy. Yeah.
But he's a powerful guy. He squeezed the pocket a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Good against the run. I mean, I don't. I mean, but we're just. I'll say it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Most defenses have at least one guy who's disruptive somewhere on the field. We do not.
Yeah.
And I said it last week. I said it week 1 after we played 2 good defensive games. They were playing good defense because they were opportunistic, getting turnovers. They played fast. They played hard. They weren't missing any tackles. Well, then they come in yesterday, and they didn't play good defense, and they missed tackles. And there's nobody on that field that is just going to say, okay, enough.
Right.
I'm going to take over. I'm going to disrupt.
And by the way, I don't even want to talk about the guys who come because again, Walker and Allen aren't on the field every snap. They rotate those guys. Those two backups, Tony, they're non-existent. Non-existent.
Well, I want to go back to Trayvon. Since
Okay.
you said,
all right, go ahead.
Because I think Trayvon's a good football player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he should have his hand in the dirt, Tone, and play on the 3-4 down with his hand, and everybody would say, and if he was picked 25th, he'd be like, what a really good football player. But he wasn't.
Yeah, but here's the problem: you picked him at 1.
Yeah.
And whether we like it or not, that's his label. That's how it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but the dude plays hard. He does what you ask him to do. And why are we surprised? When was he a sack artist or a good pass rusher at college?
Well, you're preaching to the choir because there's nobody in this room, including E, who wanted them to take him number 1. Smartest guy in the room played on that one, bud.
And so like when you're drafting him,
yeah,
that you're taking a physical freak who plays hard and can be very,
but is not a pass rusher. Is not a pass rusher.
Disruptive. He's very disruptive in the run game and he's physical and tough matchup.
Mm-hmm.
But he's never shown to be a pass rushing guy.
Yeah,
like you go watch like Aiden Hutchinson, and I'm not saying I was high on him either. I'm not like I've the last several years I've stopped even saying who I'd pick because I don't do the work these guys do.
Okay.
Like I get actually frustrated by not just
us,
no, not just you guys. It's all the media and all the fans.
Sure.
Because we sit there and we read a Mel Kiper or Tom McShay report.
But it is a guessing game, Tone. No matter what, they can do all the work they want. They think they find things that convince them to take this guy over that guy when that guy fit their need perfectly.
Well, and this is where I think they get in trouble, is don't convince yourself a guy is something that the tape says he isn't just because he has a great workout or he looks the part.
Right.
Like if it doesn't show up on tape,
right,
then it's
a big risk.
Even if you see it on tape, it's still a coin flip.
Yeah.
I mean the history of the draft tells you that.
Yeah.
Now if you don't see it on tape and you're betting on the physical attributes that an individual has and what he does at a workout, well now you're really rolling the dice.
Mm-hmm.
And because like you go back to those two guys, and Trayvon's going to be compared to him forever.
Yeah,
is Aiden Hutchinson not physically gifted as Trayvon, not the physical power or any of that Trayvon has, but on tape he was a pass rusher.
Yeah,
that's what he did at Michigan. He rushed the passer. He got sacks, double digit, whatever. And so,
and he knows C.J. Stroud. He could have sacked him. He would have sacked him yesterday. He sacked him when he was at Ohio State.
Listen, and the bottom line is, listen, this is I think what I'm about to say is fair because it's what they do for a living.
Yeah.
You have the number 1 pick in the draft. You should know that it could then be Derek Stingley Jr. or Sauce Gardner it's not just Hutchinson. Walker's going to be proven to be about the 40th best player in this draft when the careers are over.
Yeah.
You took a guy who's going to be about 40th best in the draft, which isn't terrible. Right. Number 1 overall. Right. That's a fireable offense. You can't stay anymore. I'm sorry, dude.
Well, to your point, Jeff, I think, and this is not just Jaguars, this is league-wide.
Mm-hmm.
Teams and GMs and coaches get in their minds that there's only certain positions you can draft at that top pick.
Yeah.
Because your point, if the best player on the board is a corner and Sauce Gardner.
Right, that's fair. You always want that DN or that, you're right. Quarterback.
Right. To make him the first pick.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You can't, when you get the number 1 overall pick, you don't get control of who's coming out. Or who's
trade down 2 spots and take Sauce Gardner then if you have to.
Well, no, that's easier said than done.
I know.
You go back to that draft. No one was trying to trade up because there was not that one guy anyone wanted. There wasn't the quarterback.
That's fair.
So I don't put that on. I don't put that on Trent. But at the end of the day, let me go back to our team and current.
Mm-hmm.
Like for us to get pass rush on defense, either our guys are gonna have to get a skill set that they've not shown yet quickly, or we're gonna have to go back to playing really sound defense. Take chances blitzing. Now we're going to play man. We don't really have the person on the back end to play man.
No.
But you're going to take some chances and be opportunistic and get turnovers. That's how you're going to play defense this year.
Tone, there
because you don't have that disruptive guy, and it's not like you can just go find him.
We got to go ahead.
And you go back. I'll stop there. Go ahead.
No, I was saying we're getting close to wrapping up, but their tank is better than our tank. What happened on that big touchdown play? It looked like because we can't get to the quarterback with a rush, we blitzed at him, and somebody busted a coverage, and dude was wide open, and he got a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It was late last night when I was watching this on the plane.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there was a bunch formation on our defensive left, offensive right.
Okay,
and it looked like there was confusion of who had who coming out of the bunch, and Darius Williams, I believe it was his responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't carry Tank Dell. Didn't run with him, so no one ran with Tank Dell. There's two guys underneath. One guy goes inside, and Tank Dell's running right down the field, and I think it was Cisco in the middle of the field. There's no chance he can get over there and recover fast enough.
Right.
Because there's no one there.
Quarterback made another good throw. He made a nice adjustment on the ball and touchdown.
I mean, we could have made that throw.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 20 yards before the closest defender.
Baselli back to pass. He's got him open.
Yeah.
He always wanted to be a quarterback.
I know he did.
I'm probably the one guy who could not do it because I don't think I can throw the ball 5 yards with my shoulder right now.
That's fair.
But I'll tell you what, the other thing that they ran by us.
I know.
I forget that play. That was a bust.
Yeah.
But they ran by us.
I know.
And
they did on the first one, on the first deep ball, right by us.
So, I mean, Tank Dell on the first one just ran right by Darius Williams.
Yep.
I mean, Darius Williams was 3 yards behind him.
Oof.
But you know what? This is the guys we have.
Yeah.
And we came in this year, and Trent and Doug made the bet that we're not going to do anything on defense. Free agency, we're really
there. We sit with cap money, Tone. There we sit with cap money,
and we're going to bet that Trayvon improves, which he looks pretty much the same guy as he was last year to me.
Yeah.
That Josh is going to have a big year in his contract year. That Devin Lloyd's going to improve.
Oof.
You know, and so you made bets on guys because, you know, if anything, they lost impactful players from last year's team.
Yeah.
I mean, Arden Key was one of our best pass rushers at the end of the year.
Yep.
And he's gone. And if you look at before that, who was the best pass rusher? It was DeJuan Smoot.
Yeah.
He's not back because of the Achilles. And so I didn't understand it in the offseason. Again, but I don't spend the time they do.
Sure.
But I was like, we're going to do nothing on defense?
Well, we're 3 games in. We're averaging 19 points a game, so 400's not looking good.
My comments about the best, most prolific offense.
Yeah, it's not working.
I'm with you on that.
Tone,
Listen, I served up the Kool-Aid, Tony. It's not your fault.
Don't come back from London 1-4.
Do we win next week, Tony? Last question, and we'll let you go. We're running behind, and you're in Amsterdam.
I have no idea. I'll say this. Not if we play like we did yesterday, we're not going to win. We're going to get – I mean, Atlanta's they're not a great team by any means.
They try, Tony. Unlike Jaguars, they try. I watch Atlanta. They play hard. Our guys look like they've loafed the last 2 weeks, like they don't care.
I disagree with that, Jeff.
I'm just saying what it looks like. I know they do. When you listen, this is a bad look. When the crowd's booing you and you're egging them on, like Josh Allen was yesterday, you can't read the room.
Yeah, but Jeff, I mean,
the boos are lucky. If they'd had tomatoes, they should have thrown it at them. That was disgusting yesterday.
But having been on the field and been booed off, I've been booed off at halftime as well.
Mm-hmm.
As a player, there's emotions going on, and you're like, yeah, okay, let me give it back to you.
Yeah,
too.
Here's the difference, Tony. You're good. So there you go. That's the big difference. Anything you would do and how you would react, that goes out the window. You're a Hall of Famer. These jackasses aren't. So it matters.
They're playing the same.
They may be. A different way than you did, my friend.
I'm not saying it's right.
I hear you.
Not a booing crowd. I'm just saying those things in the heat of the battle and little stupid stuff like that never bother me. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I got you.
Bottom line is that's not going to fix us one way or another. It's early, so my message is like, okay, great, we're 1-2.
Go get a win.
14 more games.
Yeah.
Now the only thing that matters is can we get better, because there's no one else coming. It's not like there's like we're going to go, transfer portal a guy or anything else or go trade for somebody. I mean, our roster is our roster.
Right. He blew that chance, Tony, with his arrogance and his hubris. There were all kinds of veteran pass rushers there, and we didn't. We're way overdue, Tone. Enjoy Amsterdam, but not too much. We will talk to you.
Get some of that hash, Tony. Have some hash.
I'm not staying in Amsterdam.
Red light district.
Yes.
Red light district,
Correct.
Tone. Forget
And
your
you are-
woes.
I hope your wife, your beautiful wife, is not listening because you're embarrassing her right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. I'm not, Tony. Let the record show. Although I would say
No,
a little
Brock,
hash
you're-
right now might. Yeah.
The fact that I'm saying you are the moral upright
Get a brownie.
in this conversation.
Have a brownie,
is,
Tone.
like, shocking.
That's it.
It's
Yeah,
shocking.
that's fair. That's also fair.
Get a good brownie.
Tony, say hello to Ange, your much better half, and we'll talk
Bye,
to you
Tone.
next week.
See you guys.
There he goes. That's Tony Baselli on the All Pro Roofing Hotline. It's the whole day is a disaster. Our football team. Here's what's
Not our fault.
It's well, you got to understand too. We're talking about we can win a game. We thought we were a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah.
We thought we're 3-0 right now, going to London trying to just come back 4-1. We're behind the Colts in the division race with Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
We just got beat by a rookie coach and quarterback.
Yeah.
We suck.
Yeah.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
They'll wear the helmets.
They should be fun to watch.
It's up to you if you want to wear the heels.
Helmets and Heels with Lauren, Taylor, and Mia. Driven by Tire Outlet.
And presented by Underwood Jewelers.
And First Coast Lighting and Fans. Tuesday nights at 6 on 1010XL.
Hey, certainly facing some interesting economic times, and for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Look, I'm not an expert when it comes to this, but I found guys who are, and I trust, and my money continues to grow, and that makes me happy, and that's because of Reed Wingate and Dan Abel and Chris Bryan and Jeff Hartman and Reagan Wright. And from Junie Bug to Drew Drew, 3 generations of Hickens invest with our friends at ITP Partners. And by the way, they listen to each of us, and they helped each of us with individualized strategies where our goals become their priorities. So get in the game, guys. ITP Partners is always there to help. Any info? Chris at ITPPartners.com. Chris at ITPPartners.com, or call them 904-312-9751, 312-9751. ITP Partners, gang. My financial partners for life.
Key Buick GMC received up to $10,000 on select new GMCs, received special financing on GMCs, rates as low as 0.9% for 36 months, or 3.1% for 60 months, even 5.1% APR for 72 months. Key Buick GMC always comes with the powertrain warranty when you buy a new vehicle, and always has the powertrain warranty. Across the street from Tinseltown, Southside and Gate, Key Buick GMC.
Hey sports fans, it's Hayes Carline for QC Kinetics. The future of joint pain relief is here. It's QC Kinetics, advanced regenerative medicine. This is amazing stuff. If you've been told more steroids or surgery are your only options, don't be so fast. Get a second opinion and learn more about how you can harness your body's own healing agents to attack that joint pain. You've got to go see QC Kinetics. You can call to set up a free consultation at Mandarin or Ponte Vedra locations at 904-274-5522. Again, 274-5522. Imagine living your life this fall with no more pain in your knees, your hips, shoulders, back, with no drugs, no downtime, and no surgery. Look, life is about motion, and QC Kinetics is giving people their lives back with these all-natural treatments. Again, give them a call, 904-274-5522. That's QC Kinetics.
Clearwater. John, I can't even mow my side yard. It's so soggy. Man, my builder sucks.
Brent, calm down. This is a common problem in neighborhoods where houses are built too close together. You need gutters and a properly installed French drain that will soak up subsurface water. We can completely dry it up.
So I can take my builder off my speed dial now, huh?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Let that builder bitterness go.
Clearwater irrigation and drainage too.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law.
That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
From the very beginning, 1010XL has encouraged and recognized the accomplishments of local scholar athletes.
Wednesdays on The Frangie Show.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
And the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Right now, Zero Res is falling back in time for September. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129, and they'll clean a 4th room for free. Their 4th room on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Hey, this is Gunner, and joining Freedom Boat Club 5 years ago absolutely changed my life. The joy of being on the water is truly unparalleled. The places that I've been, the sandbars that I've beached at, the islands I've accessed, the fish I've caught, the restaurants I've docked at, the wakes I've skied, the sunrises and the sunsets I've watched, and the shorelines I've cruised along have created a lifetime of memories for me, for my children, for my friends, for my family, and my associates. The ease in which I can access a boat is truly laughable. I average 70 to 80 days a year on the water because of how easy it is. The staff is incredible, always ready and willing to help. The social events that the club have are always fun times. It's great to be around like-minded club members sharing stories of our water adventures. I want everyone to know how amazing the club is. I can't help talking about it. It's absolutely contagious. To say I love being a part of Freedom Boat Club would be an understatement. FBC is now rooted into the fabric of my life. Water is part of my DNA, and I will be a member for life.
FreedomBoatClub.com.
Best Bet is #1. That's right. Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park have One Card Poker, the fastest and easiest card game to learn and play. Play against a designated player, 1 card at a time, and the highest card wins even money. If the card values are the same, it's time for war. Just like the game you remember. You must be 18 years or older to play. More at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
As I sit and ponder, I wonder, did we overrate the Jaguars? And then I start thinking about who they beat down the stretch to get into the playoffs last year, and I'll tell you who they were. They were Zach Wilson, Davis Mills, Josh Dobbs. Those were the last 3 quarterbacks the Jags beat in the regular season last year to get into the playoffs, and maybe that comeback win against the Chargers fooled us all. But clearly, so far, this is not a postseason team. And unfortunately, that's your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power. Lift Power, we do it all. They've been providing the Southeast with all its materials handling needs for more than 50 years. From lift trucks, warehouse design, docks and doors, to total warehouse design, service support, fleet management, and more. You name it, Lift Power does it. Learn more at liftpower.com.
All right, so much to digest about this slow start for the Jags. There's certainly some problem areas. We're seeing them every week. The lines of scrimmage, it's a cliche, right? You win and lose up front. We've been saying it. Coaches have been preaching it, and it's living out right here, and it just makes you sick when you look at the number 6 pass rusher in the NFL, according to stats, with 3.5 sacks, Leonard Floyd, who sat out there. And he's the one, if you remember, and again, I'm not claiming anything, he's the one I wanted more than any of them.
Yeah.
The day that Leonard Floyd was released by the Rams, I said the very next day, go sign Leonard Floyd.
Yeah.
And here he is for the Bills with 3.5 sacks. 3.5 sacks, just for those that were wondering, would lead the Jags at this point. And we would be a much better team if we had spent some of the money and not rested on we're going to get better with who we picked because I picked him and I'm so much smarter than everyone else. And now we're screwed. Now there's no one out there. Now, in fairness, any of those other big names haven't flashed. No one's got more than a sack.
Is it they won't sign anybody because then they're going to know that they were wrong
yes,
and we
that's
were right?
That's correct.
I mean,
they don't sign anybody because they wait an extra year to prove to you that Devin Lloyd can get to the passer and that Trayvon Locker is going to be.
How's that passer? I thought they were going to use the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year as a pass rusher.
Right. No, they're not doing anything
How's
at all.
How's he
done? We differ a little bit. Look, part of desperation is you start blaming any and everyone.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we also have a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And I know they dialed up a blitz yesterday and they got burned.
Yeah.
You get burned sometime, but I need some creativity on that defense. Somebody coming from a different angle. Somebody doing something.
Yeah.
And, it's killing us. By the way,
I thought I thought Caldwell's done a great job the first 2 weeks. Yesterday, they're more like what I thought they were going to be.
They just don't. When you don't, there's got to be. You have NFL players, Hick.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way to move the chess pieces to get a couple 3 sacks a game. There has to be.
Yeah.
And I just feel like our defensive pressure is the same thing. The 4 guys pushing up as best they can, often not near good enough. So, at some point, whether you're bringing, a corner blitz or something, we got to do something. And we let a rookie quarterback yesterday look like he was the best quarterback on the field. And we are the one with the number 1 pick and the generational guy, quote
Pittsburgh
unquote.
has 13 sacks. Buffalo has 12. Dallas has 12. Indy has 12. Arizona has...
Two for Taven Bryan, by the way.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Arizona has 11. Baltimore has 11. Tennessee has 10. Washington has 10. Carolina has 10. As you know, we have 5. The Chicago Bears have 1. The New York Giants have 2. The LA Rams have 3. The Bengals have 3. The Falcons have 3. The Texans have 4. Surprisingly, though, and those are all bad, not really good teams, the Philadelphia Eagles only have 4 sacks. Now, they play tonight, so they'll add to it. They only have 4 in 2 games, but that's a team who had, 70-some last year?
They and the Chiefs both had a ton.
So they're off to a slow start. But 5 sacks through 3 games. But a goose egg yesterday. If you were going to make a bet in Vegas that the Jags would get 1 sack yesterday, you would have bet the house.
100%.
I mean
the Texans were
1.
terrible, the worst in the league at giving up sacks. And so
it was like one play after another, after another, after another. Believe me, I know because I sit next to the guy who's begging his team to get some sacks.
I need 35, but even still, outside of my silly bet, right? And whatever, we'll have fun with that.
Right.
Outside of that, it's just like, what? How can you not with we have 3 first-round picks at edge rusher. Our top 3 in the rotation are 2 are top 7 picks.
Yeah.
You can't, you're just not going to survive taking, who was the Deion Hunter.
But here's the funny thing.
We're getting the guy that's not the right guy every time.
Here's the funny thing. And again, screamed for some creativity this offseason, like when the Vikings guy was available.
He's got 5 sacks, by the way, Daniel
Does
Hunter.
He?
5.
Yeah, he was available.
2nd in the league.
And why not give up a first-round pick for him?
Right, because you're going to blow it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I've said this, and I've come around because we're so bad at drafting. I'm all for, we've talked forever. I would have traded the number 1 overall pick for Deebo Samuel and been very happy. And then we could have signed or traded or got Danielle Hunter or free agent defensive end and been a better football team.
Not opposed.
But that, neither here nor there.
Not sure I would do it for that player, but I'm with you. We can't. And by the way, Tony talked about the Niners.
Yeah.
In fairness.
Yeah.
Okay, in fairness.
Yeah.
They got Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
They traded for McCaffrey at the trade deadline to make him a lot better.
Yeah.
And they got addition by subtraction when Garoppolo got hurt and Purdy, the better quarterback, came in. So,
Did I read that Purdy is now 11-0?
Yeah. To use him as a 1-2, to use the 1-2 benchmark, and they lost to bad teams. Well, their team change? Are we going to go out here at the trade deadline and trade for a defensive end who can get 7 sacks in the last 8 games? I doubt it.
Work the phones.
They were all there, and we refused. And again, what's so annoying about that is it reeks of, don't worry, we're fine.
Yeah, we know more than you know.
And if you're and they do know more than we know,
Sure.
so I won't even say that. But the fact that you thought that it was fine, like you're running the team, you have all the inside information, you have all the coaches' video and all the meetings, and the fact that you thought it was fine is discouraging because you were paid a lot of money to make those decisions. And our front office thought our D-line and O-line were fine. That, as it looks through 3 games, was a buffoonish thought. It's time for today's Gator Growly. A look inside the Gator football program Mondays and Fridays, brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Now, slow your roll. It's time for Jeff's Gator Growl. Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
I guess if we were looking for a grunt Dan Hicken to sum up Saturday night's 15-point win by Florida, it would be meh. Are you just looking for that? Does that kind of sum up what we saw Saturday night in the Swamp?
Absolutely.
Meh.
But I did ask Gator fans this question, and I didn't get a good enough response. Was that the greatest catch you've ever seen a Florida Gator player make in the Swamp?
Ricky,
or maybe ever?
It's going to be the play of the year in college football.
I mean, they tried to give me Jabbar Gaffney's catch.
What? Stop it.
I didn't say. I'm saying.
No,
I'm not saying more important catch.
Right.
Obviously, I'm saying the most impressive catch by a receiver
it's the most impressive,
I've ever seen.
It's of any game, more than Odell's, more than anything. It was an unbelievable catch by Ricky.
Gosh.
Have you seen it, E.T.?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw
how good was that?
Odell's was better, but it was a great catch.
He loves it. He'll never give up on the Odell catch.
Dude, he caught it one hand like this.
So much better than
knowing
Odell.
he was going to get thumped.
Between 2 guys.
Odell wasn't going to get thumped.
Odell caught it with 3 fingers. It was a pass interference, and it was a touchdown on Sunday Night Football. Stop it.
Yeah, well, then you're giving scenario. You're not giving athletic ability. So
3 fingers.
To that.
Backwards falling into the end zone.
And I've seen, and you know what I've seen, E? I've seen 50 guys make that catch since he did it.
You know what? It's interesting that's the type of catch, though, that we're comparing
What's
it to. That
happened
tells you how big of a catch it was.
In other news, what's happened to my Gator Growl? Here's what I want to get into, okay?
I thought that was it.
First, Graham Mertz is give Billy Napier. I'm about to give Billy Napier credit,
wow.
and I'm about to shred him again.
Oh,
because just Sunbelt Billy can't help himself.
Yeah.
First, Mertz. They were right. We were wrong. Graham Mertz is a more than capable quarterback.
Okay.
If we were a better team around him, I mean, the guy went 20 of 23 for 259, and he's done something like that. He's been about like that all year long. He's been a stable force. He's made really good plays.
Higher rated right now than Jordan Travis and Drake May.
He's been very good.
Yeah.
He's been very good.
Not saying he's better, just saying
but
right
now.
now.
Here is this remains my biggest frustration with coaches, Dan.
Yes, sir.
Is when Joe Blow, sitting in his living room in Titusville, is smarter than the coach. There's too often that sitting there watching, all of us are smarter than Sunbelt Billy.
Okay.
Dan, refresh my memory what happened the Tennessee game offensively. Who stole the show? Who had a record-setting pace? Who was the player of the week in the SEC?
That would be the Gators, Trevor.
Trevor Etienne.
Yeah.
He had 173 yards rushing. He single-handedly beat the Vols.
Yeah.
So a week later, Trevor Etienne gets 8 carries.
Okay.
Not okay. Montreal Johnson got 16 carries.
Yeah.
16 for 63, 8 for 48.
Yeah.
It's just, again, it's what leads to the kind of rant we went on after the Utah game. If Florida had lost this game, you could be screaming this even more. I don't understand why Billy Napier has this proclivity for not playing his best players the most.
Can I respond from a different vantage point?
Please, make me feel better.
Because I know that Travis gets ticked because he's always on social media and he wants Trevor to get the ball more. And I was thinking back, and this is I agree with you, by the way.
Yeah.
But if I'm Trevor or Damian, who it happened to at Florida, financially speaking, I'm better off. I know I can play in the league, and I'm not using that many bullets.
Doesn't help
Good for you.
Doesn't help me when we're playing a good team.
But
and
if
my
I'm a
coaches that
college
use them.
coach and you're my guy, I'm running you to death.
Well, I think it's deplorable that Trevor Etienne gets 10 touches after he went for 100. He's our best player.
I hear you, bro.
And this guy won't play him. Let me give you another fearless prediction, okay?
Yes, sir.
From Sunbelt Billy, the simpleton.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
It's like he's got a simple mind when he goes to the chalkboard, okay?
All right.
You remember week 1? All of us in the world saw that Trey Wilson is our best player, yet at Utah, Billy gave him like 3 touches. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And then what did he do the next week?
He started getting the ball more.
You think? He gave it to him 7 times in the first quarter, and then he got hurt.
Yeah.
He literally was the only guy he looked at. Let me take you back to Saturday. There was one player on the field who flashed like Trey Wilson did. He's another freshman. His name is Andy Jean.
It's Jean.
Okay.
Andy Jean. He's a Frenchman.
Andy had 1 carry for 25 yards. He had 1 catch for 32 yards.
Ooh, nice.
He had 2 touches. The guy's got 57 yards on 2 touches, but whatever you do, let's do not design a play to get him the ball. Let's just leave him with 2 catches or 2 touches. So my prediction is Sunbelt Billy and the boys, always a week behind. If you're Kentucky, head up on Eddie Jean. He'll feed it to him 10 times next week because he'll finally figure out what's going on in the course of the football game.
This is the drill.
That's your Gator growl.
Yeah, and this is the
Soak
drill.
it in.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Your play-by-play home of Bulls Bulldogs football is 1010XL.
I'm Coach Tobin of the Bulls Bulldogs, and Friday night is homecoming as we host Episcopal. You'll hear the play-by-play on 1010 AM.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey everyone, it's football season and we wanted to go to the drawing board to make this year's predictions. Let's compare our 2 long-haired blonde all-stars. Most touchdowns, best pricing in the market, most passing yards, pays the most for your trade, most receptions, free oil changes with every purchase, Super Bowl champion, wow customer service. I think we can make all this happen. Come see Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, where you can score big all season long.
Hey Jags fans, Renewal by Andersen is a proud partner with your favorite team, and they bring that same commitment to excellence to your home's windows and doors. With their advanced Fibrex material and energy-efficient glass options, their windows and doors are the perfect choice for your next home improvement project. Let them help you bring more light and life into your home. Schedule a complimentary consultation today. Renewal by Andersen, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CGC 1527613.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it worse. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Did you know that all graduates of Local 234's apprenticeship program are licensed journeymen? That means all plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC techs will have hundreds of hours of experience and have passed the Jacksonville City Licensed Journeyman exam. They're the best trained and safest skilled tradespeople in the industry. Don't leave yourself exposed to inadequate workmanship or even danger. Always hire a licensed journeyman. Local 234. Make the right connection. Equal opportunity employer.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Watching the Gators can be gut-wrenching. I'm Hayes Carline. Listen for my instant reaction, brought to you by 5 Star Pizza. Bigger, better, faster pizza on 1010XL social channels.
Are you drowning in credit card debt? Want to get cash out of your home's equity? Loan Pronto can now do it in less than a week. Hey, it's Prosser here, and that's right. Loan Pronto's Equity Express line of credit just got even faster. You can get $50,000, $100,000, or even $200,000 in as little as 5 days. And you don't even have to touch your primary mortgage, so you can keep that 3% rate intact. Just get the money you need and pay off all those credit cards, or get that home improvement project started. With this revolutionary program, you can access up to 90% of your home's value, and in most cases, there's no appraisal. Stop paying insane interest rates to the credit card companies and get tens or even hundreds of thousands in cash in as little as 5 days. Call Loan Pronto now for the even faster Equity Express line.
904-999-1508. LoanPronto.com or 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
The game of golf has never been more popular, and Hidden Hills Golf Club welcomes everyone. You'll love our friendly staff and fantastic golf course. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com or give us a call at 620-0910.
Yo. It's your main man, E.T. And if you're a veteran or a rookie, you can bet with MyBookie. We're in full swing right now for football season, so check the updated lines at MyBookie.com and get your bets in to win straight cash, homie. Make sure you take advantage of the brand new cash out system, giving you more options to bet and win all season long. First 2 legs of your parlay hit, cash out early and use the bread on another bet. Or let that thing ride out for a chance at a bigger bag. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. This is the best time of the year to get in on the action. So start the football season right now as a winner. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for a free account. Just use promo code 1010XL to grab that welcome bonus on the house. Again, that promo code is 1010XL.com to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, get you a free trip to use at the MyBookie Casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Sunday's chore? Loading the Bud Light in the fridge. It's time for football. Bud Light. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2023. Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Ackerman Urology offers the most advanced options for improving men's health and vitality. Their board-certified urologists treat all prostate disease and sexual health issues. Call their new location on Atlantic and Hodges or visit AckermanUrology.com.
W's and L's are what it's all about in football season, and you know you want to be a winner. Well, don't forget about calling Florida Home AC at 777-4300 before all your friends come over and that AC or heating unit conks out. You'll have that L on your forehead, and that sticks. Make sure your AC can handle the heat and invite the gang over for a win. Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, with prompt and quick service to make sure you stay cool in the heat and warm in the winter.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. With the loss to the Texans, head coach Doug Peterson voiced concern about the Jags sputtering.
We need to play better. We need to execute better. Whether we are reading our press clippings, we need to get out of our own way right now.
Jag QB Trevor Lawrence sounded off on the continuing offensive calamity of the team's performance.
Too many bad plays in critical moments and critical situations, not getting any momentum. We're just leaving a lot out there.
Linebacker Josh Allen, when he was asked if he was embarrassed by how the Jags look.
Yeah, to our standards of what we know we can become, yes.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar Update. I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville.
This is your Jaguars Rewind, brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, your dream builder, building the American dream, one home at a time.
Sorry, Jag fans. We have to do this. Since 2014, there's only one official home builder of the Jaguars. That's Dreamfinders Homes. That's the good part. The not so good part, it started yesterday and it got worse. Here's Brandon McManus, ready to kick a field goal.
This is a 51-yarder for McManus. And it is blocked. It is blocked, and the Texans are trying to pick it up. Still on the ground. It is going to be recovered by the Texans. Doesn't really matter who recovers it. They blocked the field goal, and the Boo Birds are out here at Everbank Stadium.
And despite it being 14-0, the Jags had the ball. They're driving at the end of the half. Let's just get a touchdown, make it 14-7. We get the ball to start the second half, and then this happened.
Shotgun for Trevor, bunch to the right, one receiver left, he drops. Trevor fires middle of the field. That ball's going to be caught. That's going to be, and now the ball comes out. It was caught and then fumbled. And the Texans take over after the fumble.
Ugh. And then it's 17-0 at the half. But nonetheless, Jags say, okay, look, this is ridiculous. Peterson screams at him. They come out, they score a touchdown. They get a field goal. It's 17-10. Here's the kickoff.
Jimenez kicks it off. The ball's fumbled. The up man tried to pick it up and fumbled it, but now he broke a tackle, and he's into the open field. 25, 30, 35, 40. Along the right sideline, 40 of Jacksonville. 30, still on his feet. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. The up man, Andrew Beck, who is a fullback. He is a fullback. Just ran back the kickoff for a touchdown for the Houston Texans.
All right, but again, the Jags fight back thanks to Trevor to Christian Kirk, and they get back in the game and get within 7.
Trevor drops. It's another blitz. Fires right corner of the end zone. There's Christian Kirk into the end zone. Touchdown. Trevor Lawrence to Christian Kirk for the score. All
right, we still got life, but one more time. Let's blitz and let's let the rookie quarterback, because we can't touch him. We didn't get the memo. Throw it to their tank, who's better than our tank.
It's a blitz, an all-out blitz. Stroud fires deep downfield. Got a man open. Caught. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Tank Dell. C.J. Stroud read the blitz. Threw it perfectly to a wide-open receiver. A 68-yard touchdown. Rookie to rookie to Tank Dell.
Yeah, there you have it. With quality build homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations in Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes, everywhere you want to live. Get off the sideline, Jags fans, and get into the game. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game. This is The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. All great tailgate starts with 3 things.
I'm listening.
Fun, friends, and food.
That smells good. What is that?
Let 1010XL and Southern Steer Butcher beef up your tailgate.
This just keeps getting better and better.
Go to 1010XL.com now.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba, Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Hey, Hickett here. Are you tired of having your carpets professionally cleaned only to have them looking dingy again? Zero Res is here to help. It's a technology, man. Zero Res uses patented ZR water. You know what ZR water does? It cleans beautifully without any soaps, detergents, shampoos. That means there's zero residue, ZR, left behind. Right now, Zero Res is falling back in time. For September, you get 3 rooms of carpet clean, $129. And we'll clean the 4th room for free. That's right. Say the 4th room is on me. Zero Res, man. Spell it forwards. Zero Res. Spell it backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at jaguars.com/shadows. One winner a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase to enter or win. Must be 18 or older and a legal resident of Florida or Georgia. Promotion period 9/5/23 through 12/15/23. For official rules and complete details, visit jaguars.com. Sponsored by Jacksonville Jaguars, LLC.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent. And would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. And then they asked if my dog Max was over his cold. They called that service too. And then they helped me find ways to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that. They said service.
Call State Farm agent Daryl Wakefield in Jacksonville at 642-4000.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein and Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein and Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World, simply the best for less. And thank you for your business.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Did you know that many cooling companies are now part of big conglomerates with no connection to Northeast Florida? In the past, they have concentrated on heating and air conditioning, but after a buyout, many add plumbing and electrical services. This raises their overhead, and those costs are passed on to the consumer. It's a case where bigger isn't better, it's just more expensive. Not Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Mike Merritt remains family-owned and operated. Merritt's focus has been the same for more than 30 years, keeping Northeast Florida comfortable, no matter what the weather. And there are no overtime or weekend surcharges. Mike Merritt's team does not work on commission. They repair only what needs repair and offer replacements only on what can't be fixed. And unlike at giant corporations where you can feel like just another number, with Mike Merritt, you'll feel like number one. Florida license CACO 50384.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Woody's Barbecues. As expected, the Gators smacked UNC Charlotte to gain the victory. However, everyone, including the head coach, was talking Pearsall's catch that has gone viral.
How about that catch, huh? Ricky Pearsall, I'm telling y'all right now, this guy's a very underrated player.
The Noles squeezed out a tough one against Clemson. QB Jordan Travis says the lack of respect cost Clemson.
I feel like we were disrespected all day. I mean, when you put one-on-one against Johnny Wilson and Keon Coleman, I feel like you have no respect for either the receivers or the quarterback.
The big news out of the NFL came from Miami on Sunday as the Dolphins set scoring records not seen since 1966 in their thumping of the Denver Broncos. Dolphin QB Tua Tagovailoa says they just put the pedal to the metal.
No one took their foot off the gas. Everyone continued to play.
That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:14 and it's 75 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Look, we're kind of in the middle of football here, and, you know, my first passion right here on my head right now, and logo on the front of this lid I'm wearing, and I'm wearing a Braves cap this morning. Braves won their 100th game of the season, second year in a row, and they did it yesterday. We got big issues, man. This is being undersold, maybe because it's lost in the football specter.
Mm-hmm.
But the Braves have lost Charlie Morton for the postseason, or at least for the first round of the postseason. Max Fried is already on the IL.
Okay.
I mean, Charlie Morton is, he's got won 14 games, got a 3.6 ERA. He's about as consistent. He's pitched great the second half.
Oh, boy.
He's exactly what you want in the postseason, that veteran, steady arm. And they're going to have to get through the division series, which is going to be, it looks like, either the Cubs or the Phillies without Charlie Morton. And with Max Fried, right now nursing a blister on the IL, and he will not pitch again this regular season. So Morton, who has basically a broken finger. They're not sure if it's a broken or sprained right index finger. MRI shows it's a sprain.
He's a good postseason pitcher.
Yeah, he can't come off the IL until October 7th, which is after the Braves will have set their roster for the best of 5 NLDS. Now, I wonder, could you I guess if you're on the IL, you're not allowed to go on the roster. Because could you put him on the roster even though he's on the IL, planning to bring him back?
These things don't concern me, friend.
No, I hear you, but this is, again, man, you play all year to get in this position.
Yeah, it stinks.
And that's a big, big problem. So we shall see. Again, the Braves win their 100th game yesterday. They maintain a 3.5-game lead for the best overall record in baseball. There's only 6 games to go, so we'll see how they do. I believe the Braves can play real thorn. They got the Cubs right now. It's kind of odd that last week, and then they finished with the Nats. So
we got the Marlins and the Phils.
Okay.
Our 1-to-1 financial poll questions of the day. We had a quickie poll yesterday. I asked this one around in the afternoon. Who gets more airtime, Taylor Swift or Prime?
When? Just in general?
Who gets more airtime,
on
Swift
football
or
games?
Prime?
Prime.
Yeah. Final results, we did it for an hour. We had 300 votes. Taylor Swift 51.4, Prime 48.6.
That's just not watching.
Our 1-to-1 financial poll question of the day: how have your expectations changed about the Jags after 3 weeks? Now, I'll say this before I tell you what the choices are. To me, this is what's happened. In my mind, that's not a 12-5 football team. That's a team that's going to have to fight like heck
Just
to
like
win the
last
AFC
year.
South.
Yeah, me too.
That's where I'm at.
Now, again, I think we're going to have a division where
Prove me wrong, but that's what I see.
I think we're going to have a division where if you're 7-6, you may have a game lead.
Oh, yeah.
It's a division that's going to play out like last year.
But that's where they're going to be. That's what I feel like. Now, these are the choices.
I agree with that. That's perfectly stated. There's no way in the world this is a 12-13 win team. No way in the world.
Don't
especially
feel
with
like
2
that.
losses. In fact,
2 home losses.
I worry that they come home from London 1-4 and really up against it.
Really up
because
against
by the way, this is this fat part of the schedule.
Yeah.
You got you got a home game against the Chiefs. They're a good team. You played terrible. That's the Texans. That's a layup. You got to win these games.
If you want to look ahead, they're 1-2. If you split in London, you're 2-3. You get the Colts at home, who you have a wonderful streak over against at home. You get to 3-3. Then you got the Saints and Steelers back-to-back. You got to get a split with those 2 roadies, somehow be 4-4 at the break. And then it gets tough. So it ain't easy. But our 1-to-1 financial poll question today: how have your expectations changed about the Jags after 3 weeks? They are no good. AFC South battle hopes. I'm not wavering. It's still going to be a big year. Or my personal favorite, Hello Darkness, my old friend.
I think it's the second one will get the most. We're just, instead of running away as the most likely team to win the division, we're just another squad. We're tied with Houston and Tennessee, and the Colts, who started with a home loss to us, with Gardner Minshew, by the way, yesterday leading the way.
Yeah.
Won at Baltimore, and they are your division leaders, the Indianapolis Colts.
Well, we have almost 1,400 votes today, which is a high number. Hello Darkness, my old friend, has 44.3.
Yeah, that's too far.
They're no good, 23.6. AFC South, 22.5. Not wavering, big year, 9.6. The boys have taken a gut punch.
The real answer is in the middle. In fair, and again, this is an excuse that Doug Peterson said we can't use as an excuse, but it is so early. Do you remember that Kansas City offense and how bad it looked the first 2 weeks?
Yes.
Right. The Chiefs' offense was the story. They're not producing at all. What did they do yesterday? Unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
So you count on the coaching staff coming up with a game plan. You better win this game against the Falcons, man. Right now, the Jags don't look any better than the Falcons.
No. Falcons, Jags will be a tough game.
I'm sure they're going to be favored. I don't know that they should be per se.
I think the Jags are 3-point favorites. It's probably the home field.
Well, I do think there's but Atlanta has gone to overseas. I don't know if they played. Jags 3-point favorites right now, and I don't want to touch them in the 5-pack. I'm done with them. I'm done with the Jags in the 5-pack. Every time I try and play them, they screw me.
I saw a good tweet that I'll mention. It's not just missing on Hutch versus Walker. We've beaten that dead horse to death. But Max Crosby was a 4th-round pick. Alex Highsmith, 3rd-round pick. Matthew Judon, 5th-round pick.
Just in the last few years.
Where are those guys?
Right. We haven't found them. We don't. The
know,
last guy we
where
found
are
like
those
that was Jan. We found Unique like that.
Yeah.
That's it.
We had Calais come through this offseason. We had Jan come through this offseason.
We didn't bother with Leonard Floyd,
Justin Houston,
Frank Clark.
Did I read that Ingram came through for a visit?
Well, he's still free.
Yeah,
Ingram hadn't done anything. Those guys like the no-brainer. And this is I hate it when I feel like I'm smarter than the GM, Hick, because I know I'm not. But the day that the Rams released Leonard Floyd, I don't know if you remember, I sat here that very day and said, go sign that guy now.
Yeah.
He gets 10 a year.
Yeah.
He's coming off a 3-year stretch for the Rams where he literally averaged 10 sacks a year. Go sign him. Why would you not? Oh, to develop Trayvon Walker. How's that working? How's the development going?
Yeah.
You're developing us right out of the playoff, chasing the division lead. Oh, frustrating.
Yeah, it's beyond frustrating. It's it was bad. It was bad yesterday, and it like I said, I've seen a lot of losses. We chronicled 50 and 112 if it was a baseball season. That was a stunner. That was a gift-wrapped victory, except nobody told the Texans.
The Jags.
Again, remember this. A bad team who everybody has in the power polls is 31st or 32nd or 30th was missing 4 starters on the O-line, was missing their best corner, was missing their best safety, and just took us to the woodshed and beat us by 3 touchdowns at our home for the 6th year in a row, the 10th win in 11 tries, 29-14 against our franchise. And it's not like they're – Jeff, how many Super Bowls has Houston been to?
Houston, we have a problem. None.
How many AFC championship games has Houston been to?
Oh, that'd be a big fat 0.
But they've doubled us. They take 2 out of 3 against, 29-14 against us.
Carlos Dunlap do anything for you? He's out there.
No.
Let's
Yes.
bring him in today.
Yes.
Sign Carlos Dunlap.
Yes.
And let's send Blacks into the practice squad for a couple of weeks.
Put Chason or Abdullah out.
Yeah.
They're coming in and playing significantly. Let me see how many snaps these guys had yesterday. Stand by. Oh, I can't see that. Do you have your readers?
I don't need them, but I can. What am I looking for? Number of snaps.
I want to see snaps for Abdullah and Chason.
Okay. Oh, that's offense.
Is it?
Defense.
I can probably hit that then.
Which one?
The arrow.
Yeah,
There we go,
No,
Lisa.
that's still offense.
Uh-huh.
Here's the defense.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Chason and Abdullah.
Chason had. Is this the count here? 16 only.
Yeah, 16. That's a lot of snaps,
And who's
man.
the other one? Abdullah?
Abdullah.
11.
Yeah, that's 27 absolutely non-existent chances to do anything from the rushing position.
I got news for you. I see Tyler Lacey running off and on the field an awful lot for a guy whose name is not. I don't know if the dude has a tackle this year.
Yeah. That's
You know,
one of
again,
our draft picks.
this guy drafts plays. He's going
One
to
of
prove
our-
to you they're any good.
our
Meanwhile,
draft
we're in a
picks.
championship window here because anytime you're any good, you're in a window.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing, and again, I'm throwing shade at everybody.
Clowney's
today.
another one. He had a half sack yesterday. Clowney's better than these guys.
Absolutely.
That's the point we were making at the
Absolutely.
time. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to get like what Calais was for you. Just get an Arden Key replacement. You didn't even do that. And by the way, let's don't forget we don't have Smoot. How can you, with the quarterback coming into his prime, with a coach, with the way we finished last year, how can you stand pat, Dan?
Yeah.
How can you not be more aggressive this offseason and trying to put yourself over the top? Despicable, Trent Baalke. If you're listening right now, that's gross, man. What are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, it's just you got to it makes no sense, and it's extremely Again, we have money available in the cap.
A bunch.
And you know me, I get ticked when we have money available. I believe we should spend up to the cap every single year.
All right, so the Dolphins scored 70 yesterday, turned down a chance to set the NFL's all-time scoring record. Should they have taken it?
No.
No?
I give him credit.
Mike McDaniel. They scored. They had 2 running backs score 4 touchdowns apiece.
Yeah.
Tua right now is the MVP of the league. He's playing better than anyone in the league, Patrick Mahomes included. Now he's got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
He was off to this kind of start last year. He got hurt, and the Dolphins went bye-bye.
Yeah.
But what Miami is doing really on both sides of the ball, Dan, I mean, they're not, the Chargers gave them a shootout. But Tua yesterday, you ready for this? 23 of 26, 309 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks.
It was 16 of 16 in the first half.
By the way, Justin Herbert, 40 of 47, 405 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Deshaun Watson, 27 of 33, 289, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Trevor's got to do that no matter what the excuses and reasons are.
He does.
Doesn't matter if your O-line stinks. It doesn't matter if you don't have time. It doesn't matter if your guys are dropping it. You got to play above those X's and O's for us now.
Trevor tweeted yesterday. Did you see that?
No, I ain't see it.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me what that exactly means because you're better at interpreting than I am.
Let me see what Big Dog tweeted.
Trevor Lawrence, and I thought this was the first time a little bit of I was surprised that Trev did this, but that's fine. The last tweet he had was on September 18th. He had prayers for Nick Chubb. On September 18th, he also said, "Sun came up today, back to work, on to the next," which was fine.
Oh, I see what he tweeted.
What is that? Is that taking notes?
Yeah, he got a pencil. It's
Memos?
pencils on paper.
Yeah, is that I'm taking notes?
Basically,
or
the way I read that,
I hear you.
Noted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying about me, or is that I don't know what. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I would interpret that.
Okay. All right. And
that's not a problem. I mean, that's not aggressive. That's okay. He's like, I noted. I see what we're saying. I see we're good. If that works, great.
Whatever. Yeah,
right.
I'm all for it.
At the end of the day, Calvin Ridley cost the football team yesterday maybe the game, and you got to be better. You got to come to the ballpark like you're ready to play.
Yeah.
And Calvin Ridley looked yesterday like he rolled out of the rack at 12:30 and just drove down to the stadium with no inkling of what the game plan was or any practice time before. It wasn't just the drop of a touchdown pass that would have given the Jags a 7-0 lead, and I believe completely changed the course of the game. And this could be mistaken, and this could be going too far. I think if Calvin Ridley catches that ball, we win.
Yeah.
And I know it's first quarter and it's early, but I do. We got a 3 and out. We stop him. Trevor could not have walked down the field and handed it to him in a better spot.
Yeah.
Add to that, seemingly every play, him looking around, Trevor having to move him like he doesn't know what the playbook is, to false starting a couple of times, and by the way, 2 more drops. 3 drops, 2 false starts. He killed us yesterday.
Yeah. We'll take a break. We'll put the wraps on this thing. It's a depressing Monday around here. It's just, again, Kansas City, hey, things happen. This was a gut punch. This leaves us all wondering, what kind of team do we have? And were we all wrong? And are they wrong? And is everybody wrong? Is Duval wrong? They got some fixing to do, and they better figure it out quickly. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hear ye, hear ye. London is calling. It's the return to legendary Wembley Stadium.
Welcome to Camelot.
A chance to make history in a house of historical performances.
It's quite unbelievable.
It's the London Special.
I wouldn't miss that for the world. It'd be smashing good fun.
Jaguars Falcons. Live in London. Sunday morning at 9:30 on 1010XL.
It's my radio.
Home of the Jaguars.
London calling.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Come on, admit it. You know you want a new Toyota. And in Jacksonville, that means you've got to go to the one and only family-owned and operated dealer for nearly 50 years, Arlington Toyota. Arlington Toyota has over 400 new Toyotas available. Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, Tacomas, they are all at Arlington, and you should be too. And at Arlington Toyota, your new Toyota purchase comes with Arlington's lifetime warranty, unlimited time, and miles. Why wait? Shop in person and online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Men, if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction or PE, the medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most advanced treatments to eliminate ED and PE. 98% of men experience instant results on their first office visit. They're even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
Don't just take our word for it. Call Prime Men's Medical Center now for our limited time offer. Your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
The First Coast has voted. Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is proud to be chosen as Bold City's best in the orthopedic practice and physical therapy and rehab centers categories once again. For the last 29 years, JOI has continually strived for the highest level of orthopedic surgery and rehab care. As the needs of the community evolve, so will they. That's why coaches, parents, and athletes choose JOI. Call them at JOI 2000 or visit JOI.net. JOI, where the pros go.
Start your Sunday off with a cup of Joe and some sports medicine intel. This is Joe C. inviting you to join me and Dr. George Bari for Breaking Bones every Sunday morning at 7:30. And if you miss an episode, just look for Breaking Bones wherever you listen to podcasts.
Okay, listen up, team. They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jax, so we gotta play like the experts we are. When customers call with leaky faucets, broken water heaters, toilet repairs, broken pipes, or any other challenge, we'll give them the solution fast. Now, who are we?
Roland Reese Plumbing!
I can't hear you.
Roland Reese Plumbing!
Now that's what a winner sounds like. Customers always win with Roland Reese Plumbing at plumberinjax.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
For honest and reliable automotive care at your convenience, visit any Famous Automotive or Famous Quick Lube. With 20 locations open 7 days a week, they also offer fleet accounts for your business. Visit any Famous Automotive and Famous Quick Lube.
Coming Saturday, October 21st, Bethune-Cookman football returns to Jacksonville at Everbank Stadium. Bethune-Cookman versus Southern. Get your tickets to see the BCU Wildcats host Southern University in their first matchup since 2006, with a special halftime performance from the Marching Wildcats and the SU Human Jukebox. BSU versus Southern, October 21st at Everbank Stadium. Get your tickets now at jacksevents.com.
Whether you're undertaking a major home renovation or just a simple repair request, American Electrical is your 5-star Jacksonville-based electrician to get the work done right. Experienced design building department working seamlessly with their electrical contracting department to help you create beautiful lighting spaces and electrical plans that make your house flow. And remember, with American Electrical, it's wired right at a fair price. Call American Electric at 737-7770. Look for that red, white, and blue eagle on the side of their truck, and you'll know it's American Electrical.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. Can I ask you guys a quick question? Something that
you can ask. We don't have full answers.
Sure. I'll point it to you. You're my African American brother.
My boy.
I just we ride together.
We die together.
Thank you. We've been known to vaz up occasionally.
I don't like it when you vaz up. It has a connotation that makes me uncomfortable.
Don't go there.
Deal with it.
We just do it for the look.
A couple of backseat vazzers.
I want to get past, as a society,
everything
being about black, white on social media.
Good luck.
I know. But, the Deion thing.
Okay.
If you say one thing, you say another thing, and it's on both sides, can't we just judge Deion as a coach?
No.
Because, in case you don't know,
how does race involve Deion? I don't get that.
Ask E.
Oh,
right.
There's definitely that
100%, right?
So, and I already know.
I will say this, and that's fair. Here's what I think something, and from a guy who's not on social media, I think you lose sometimes touch with what an average, normal-minded person thinks. Like, we shouldn't go by.
Yeah, I hope so.
We shouldn't even recognize those that aren't.
I'm trying to help those who are not as
people.
normal-minded.
You can't, but go
I'm
ahead.
trying to help those. Because this is what I'll point out to those who are less normal-minded. E?
Uh-huh.
You know who James Franklin is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an African-American, black guy.
Yeah.
Coach Penn State. You know who Dino Babers is?
Yeah. Syracuse.
Yeah, he's a black guy. You know Loxley is?
No.
Maryland
head coach, black guy.
Sure.
You know what all three of those guys have in common?
What that?
They're undefeated.
Okay.
So just, let's give them love too. Why is it all got to be about Prime?
Well, if you're giving Prime the love because he's a black guy, I guess that would have. They're not. I think you're giving Prime love because he's Prime. He's Deion Sanders. He's football Hall of Famer.
To a point, but it's just.
I don't know,
It's
dude.
just-
I think Prime is being. I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying I'm right. I think Prime is being treated exactly as he would be treated if Rob Gronkowski had taken that job and done the same thing.
I agree.
I think it'd be the same thing. So I don't. I think it's
I do too.
It's a celebrity thing.
Yeah, he's
I
a
don't.
polarizing figure who is loud. You're going to see him, so he commands the attention. And, and also what he's doing.
And it's okay to root against him, by the way.
It is okay.
If he was like for me, he was a Seminole, okay? Or if you don't like his bravados.
Cocky. He was prime time.
Right.
He was very polarized. He
One
always
word you
has
like
been.
to use, cocksure.
Yeah, cocksure for sure.
But that's okay too. And like I said, I thought he handled the press conference so much better than that buffoon in Columbus.
Who cried like a baby even though he won.
Who's mad at Lou Holtz.
Right, an 86-year-old motivator.
Because Lou Holtz, who, by the way, coached at Notre Dame, was true to his school. So what?
Right. Yeah, they went way too much on that.
Good gosh.
Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. This used to annoy, and I could be wrong. She may have gotten off that stance.
Yeah.
And look, it's coming from a guy on Sunday morning is in a building, and he's a hypocrite by Monday afternoon in the language that I use and whatnot. Also, did Taylor Swift not position herself as like super faithful, or is that old Taylor Swift, or is that not true? You don't know.
I don't know. I'm not gonna. I don't. know.
Just when you go to her in the luxury box for the Chiefs cheering, and she gives you a "Let's effing go" saying the word.
Well, maybe she was with Mrs. Mahomes.
Well, true. Yeah, that's true.
E.
And again, that's what would bother me. That's what bothered me a lot about Jalen. And I don't care how you wear your faith and what you do, but don't wear it like it's a big badge and then act and say the things that you do, Jalen.
Yeah.
All right. Don't. It's not a good example, I guess is what I'm saying. And same with. But I could be wrong on Taylor Smith. Taylor Swift. She used to be the virgin and the close to the vest and all that. Maybe she's not anymore, but.
For the life of me, can I change something?
I don't understand why these two are together, by the way. I just don't know what's going on. There's something going on here because he is untenable. How can you be attracted to him?
I don't like him.
He's gross.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Oh, people love him. They love him.
I don't like him. I'm not a big fan
People
of that.
do.
I like
but
his
what
brother.
about women?
I like his brother.
I mean, Taylor
like
Swift,
him.
and it just seems like an odd match to me, which means in celebrity
But he-
land,
one
there's
thing-
always something going on.
But one thing, he hasn't asked either you or I out.
That's true, too.
Or to the suite with his mom. Jeff, I, for the life of me, can't understand this one thing that the Jets are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Only one? Congratulations.
Yeah, really only one. Carson Wentz called them. Matt Ryan called them. And they keep telling these guys they're going with Zach Wilson. What do they see that we don't see, Jeff?
They see the
maybe
first overall pick.
Yeah, the first overall pick in the draft next year, and Caleb Williams.
Yep.
Oh, you think they're tanking?
I don't know. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Well, they're going to get Aaron back, aren't they?
When? Next year?
Yeah.
Sure. You're getting a 40-year-old coming off of
They're-
Achilles.
They're too good to be. They're not going 1 in. There's going to be some team that goes 2 and 15. The Jets aren't.
I don't know. They score 10 points a game, Dan.
Oh, I know.
They're not going to score any points. I don't care how good the defense is. Give me their schedule. I mean, who are they going to score enough points to beat? I mean, the Patriots are not good.
Oh, I know.
Right? They came out, and this is a road game. This is the Jets coming back home.
Well, good thing the Jets.
I mean, they could be
Jets got a layup this week. They got the Chiefs.
Right? They could be the one. They could be the Jags of 2020.
You
win
think?
the first game against a good team and not win another one.
They could win at Denver.
They could,
They
but
could beat the Giants. They could get the Chargering at home.
Don't disagree, but I don't think that they'll
Atlanta,
win a bunch
Houston,
of those games.
Washington.
You have not told me a team that I think the Jets are better than. I don't think that necessarily they're losing to those teams.
Okay.
They're just.
Is that what you guys honestly think?
Well,
though?
why could you? What possible reason other than you want to lose would you play that guy?
Would not Robert Salah be fired if they went 1-16?
Only unless he's got the assurances from upstairs that, hey, we're not going to win any games. We're not going to hold you accountable. But to your point with Aaron, I would not send a good message to Aaron Rodgers either.
Yeah.
If Aaron Rodgers is not going to want to take a quarterback number one.
Yeah.
He's been on that train before.
Right.
But he knows, you're not going to be in the league for 6-7 more years.
No, but you could tell he wants to play. And
I don't
he's
think
committed.
the Jets are tanking.
No, I don't either.
I don't think they're losing on purpose.
But I'm just asking you guys, why? What do they see that we don't see with Zach
Maybe
Wilson?
there's this. Maybe they're not tanking per se, but they don't care. They've already decided without Aaron Rodgers, they're not a playoff team.
Okay.
And so we're going to see absolutely under every circumstance what this kid is.
Yeah.
Or is he even on our team as a backup moving forward?
Yeah.
Because they tried the other way last year and it didn't accomplish anything. Throwing Joe Flacco in or some cat from, some running. It didn't do anything. They're not going to win with them either.
You know who plays this Sunday? Dolphins and Buffalo.
Well, I'm sorry, Buffalo, but you're about to get your rear end handed to you. Sorry, Buffalo, Tom. There's a new king of the best team in the AFC East is the Dolphins.
Is
it's
it?
not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Wow. Jeff Prosser.
They
coming
scored
hard.
70 yesterday, Hick.
They did. They scored 70 points in an NFL game.
They've scored 130 points in 3 games. They're literally averaging 43 points a game.
We once scored 62 against the Dolphins.
Now the Bills have scored 31. Now the Bills have scored 91 and have only given up 35. Where is the game? Let me backtrack. Let me do it quick this time. So you people won't have to wait until the 5-pack where I pick Buffalo. Where is the game? Is it at Buffalo?
It's in Buffalo.
Yeah. Well, that changes things a little. Buffalo's defense is playing better than I realized. I just have that week 1 stinker in my mind, but Buffalo has bounced back pretty good the last 2 weeks. They killed the Raiders and they killed Washington.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks they've won 75-13.
Oof.
So that's not one game 70-20 like the Dolphins yesterday, but certainly they have been more than sketchy.
So much sports going on. It's been a fun day.
Bengals 0-2 tonight.
Yeah.
They got to get a win tonight. By the way, it's
Joe
time.
Burrow iffy.
It's time here as the now fans of a middling 1-2 team. It's time to start hoping that these teams lose.
Yeah.
It might be our only hope at the end.
Go
What a
Rams.
disappointing
Go Puka.
start. Introduce you to underachievers today. Next on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
He graduated from JU and has his PhD in Jags.
Exactly what are you a doctor of?
Mike DeRocco is ESPN's Jaguar reporter, and we get his insight every Thursday from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Brought to you by Lloyd's Heating and Air.
Hey, gang, got a fun, new, fantastic way for you to enjoy fantasy football. And, by the way, went up to 25 times your money this football season. Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. You just select 2 or more players and then choose whether they'll have more or less on their projections for a wide variety of statistics. You place your entry, and voila, it's as easy as that. So if you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of now already more than 7 million football fans who have signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/1010XL. Use code 1010XL. That's code 1010XL at prizepicks.com/1010XL. Daily fantasy sports made easy.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba, Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying. They can also signal a major problem or electrical emergency. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
888-8-SPARKY. Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
Hey, college students, this one's for you. With the new Jaguars College Pass, you can get exclusive ticketing offers all season long. From discounts to great last-minute deals. To join, simply sign up with your .edu email address. Registration is free, and you only pay for the offers you accept. So it's the perfect way to save and spend your Sundays at the bank. To join the Jaguars for the best games and biggest plays, visit jaguars.com/college pass today.
Right now, Zero Res is falling back in time for September. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129, and they'll clean a 4th room for free. Their 4th room on me. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Mike Dempsey here for Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em Fantasy game, a super fun way to play along as you watch your favorite players. The way it works, you pick higher or lower on 2 to 5 player stats, then watch to see if your picks hit. It's that easy. If you haven't tried out Pick'em, now's the perfect time. Football season's back, and to celebrate, Underdog announced their newest special that will be running all season long. It's called 100K Sundays. Every Sunday, Underdog's going to be giving $10,000 in cold hard cash to 10 winners who play Pick'em. You can take your chance by playing along every Sunday. 1 entry equals 1 ticket. Will you be one of the winners? Find out by making your picks this football season. In total, they're going to be giving away $2 million. That's a real number. $2 million just to people who are making picks. Try it out today by downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. You must be 18 or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ncpgambling.org.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On September 25th, 1965, Satchel Paige becomes the oldest person to play in an MLB game, taking the mound for Kansas City and pitching 3 scoreless innings over Boston.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, "I did the plumbing for that." That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing summer specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit BeechurstPlumbing.com. BETROS Plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Mike Dempsey here. It's been 4 weeks with Awaken 180, and I've already lost 22.6 pounds. 5.6 pounds in my 4th week alone. These results aren't an anomaly. They're the standard with Awaken 180. Reclaim your life at awaken180weightloss.com.
When it comes to commercial fence services, Superior Fence and Rail has you covered. If your business needs automatic gates or security fence and railings, trust Superior with your next commercial project. Superior's team delivers great communication, high-quality products, and exceptional customer service. Just read any of their 2,300-plus reviews.
When you're on the fence about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
High-Flying Jacko here, and every Monday, kids eat free with every paid adult entree.
Us kids love Woody's, too.
We'll see you at Woody's today.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do.
Let's eat.
Hi, Jags fans. Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is Hayes Carlion for Spicklemeyer Insurance Agency. I was paying too much for car insurance, paying for things I didn't need. My friend John Spicklemeyer fixed all that for me with impeccable customer service. For all your car insurance needs, call John at 471-7155.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. The Jaguars are now 1-2 after a loss at home filled with mishaps, according to head coach Doug Peterson.
You're seeing the drops. You're seeing the turnovers. You're seeing untimely penalties. We got to continue to work.
While much of the Jaguar offense was stuck in neutral, Travis Etienne, he felt they moved off what had been successful.
I feel like we lost on what really was successful today.
There's some who say the Jaguars must move on from last year's expectations after the loss to the Texans. The Jag head man says it's on him.
Can't live in the past, or you're gonna fail in the future. You know, that part of it starts with me and making sure that the guys, they get that message.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Tire Outlet, keeping 1010XL on track with wholesale prices and premium service. Tire Outlet, Jacksonville's largest locally owned automotive repair shop.
Well, good morning, Tone.
Good morning.
Tony and Mike getting ready. What did you call the show, Ross?
It's not Jaguars today.
Yes.
It is underachievers today. That's what we are now for a
That's
while.
what we are.
It's time for underachievers today, where we lose at home to winless teams with rookie quarterbacks, rookie coaches.
It's only the 6th year in a row, I believe I saw, that the Jags have handed Houston their first win of the season.
Unbelievable.
Right?
It's unbelievable.
Like, it was a thing last year, even in that late season matchup, right? Because, Dempsey had said on the show at one point, he's like, I'm never picking them to beat the Texans until
That's
they do.
fair.
Right? And then late in the season, and the way we all felt about the team at that point, I was like, you're not going to pick them this week. And
I think
he was like, okay, I'll pick them. And then we're back the next year.
Yeah.
It's right back.
Right back.
Like,
and
how?
I think what everybody is going to try to figure out here the next few weeks is what did we all overvalue this football team? It's a fair question at this point.
I think we overvalued the lines of scrimmage. I know I did with the sack bet.
Yeah.
I thought all of those pressures would manifest themselves into more sacks. They're not getting as many pressures.
Well, you also said they're going to play ahead and they can't score.
That's what I mean.
So,
yes, but I think
they should have been playing ahead yesterday. Hey, Calvin.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the
Catch the
O-line,
ball.
Dan, the O-line, again, we the O-line is terrible. The O-line is what they said it was.
Jag fan sat through 6 quarters in searing heat and saw no touchdowns.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
Until the start of the second half yesterday. Well, I know you're unpacking it all today. Is that correct?
With David Garrard. We'll be getting into it. Yeah, we'll tell David, remember 5 weeks ago when you thought this was going to be fun? Welcome to the show. It's feeling like one of those, at least right now, I feel like they have enough talent in spots on the offense to figure something out.
Right.
Like, I do think there's still the possibility of that kind of thing being figured out to at least some degree. Way better than they have it right now, obviously. But, right now, how confident are you they're going to win the South?
I'm not 100% confident.
Right.
I think we've dropped our expectation from a 12-win team to a top seed, second seed. To
2 weeks ago, that was the conversation.
Correct.
Beat the Chiefs. They got to come here in January.
Right.
Like, that was the conversation
now
2
we
weeks
just want
ago.
to be playing in January.
Yeah, now it's, can we please just host the playoff game?
Yeah.
Win the division?
Oof.
Like, that's where it's at.
Do we come back? We don't play Thursday the week we get back. We have a home game with Indy, and then it's a Thursday game.
Yes.
We come back we're going to play 2 in London.
Yes.
Then it feels like, here's the problem. It feels like now after week 1, when the Jags won and the Bills lost, it felt like the Bills was a win. It feels like the Bills are going to beat our rear ends into the ground.
Well, and look, we'll see what happens with Atlanta and Buffalo over there in London.
Atlanta's every bit as good as well, they're 2-1 and we're 1-2. So
but the Colts game, circle that one in big old black marker. Like, that would be it.
Yeah.
Right? Like
a division game at
if
home.
they lose both these games in London, which I think they're capable of, I think they're capable of winning both. But if they were to lose both these games in London, you're coming back home against Indy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
All right. Jaguars today, or underachievers today, coming up here momentarily. Mike and Tony are ready to roll.
Now, today's takeaways, brought to you by Key Buick GMC, where our family dealership has been helping families buy vehicles for over 50 years.
I'm going to take away something I said in the 6 o'clock hour, and then we didn't really talk much more about it. But when did NFL coaches just become flat out idiotic?
That's happened over the last couple years.
This is what I believe. I believe if you go back to your elementary, junior high, high school years, and the jocks took some science club nerd into the bathroom and gave him a swirly, that nerd lifted his head out of the dripping toilet and said to himself, one day I'm going to join an analytics department, and I'll show these guys.
We'll get them back.
The San Diego Chargers of Los Angeles yesterday had the ball on their own 24-yard line, up 28-24, 4th and 1.
Yeah, let's go for it.
There is no world in the history of football where you do anything but punt the ball there.
Yeah.
But the nerd lifted his head out of the toilet, called Brandon Staley on the phone and said, analytics say go for it. Of course they missed, got lucky and won anyway. But my takeaway, and then I got Josh McDaniel down 8 with the ball at the 12-yard line kicking field goals. I mean, they've just lost their dadgum minds.
I'll take away this. The Houston Texans really only have a 15-game schedule. They get 2 dubs every year against the Jags.
This show not only to entertain but to educate you, and this morning Dano educated me on this here.
The Texans' record before they play the Jaguars first time in 2019, they hadn't had a win. W. In 2020, they hadn't had a win. W. In 2021, we'll just open the season with them. W. In 2022, we're 0-3-1. No worries. W. In 2023, we're 0-2. W.
Ouchie.
Thank you, E. This is the truth.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. He spent 10 seasons